Funnels are the future.
Funnels.
Funnel.
Funnel, funnel,
Funnels. Funnel agency.
funnels, funnels, funnel.
Funnel.
Funnel, 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 funnel.
This is the next evolution. Me and Alex, online, using funnels, have generated over 1 billion in sales.
When it comes to hiring people, we only hire premium people because we want the biggest result. Shaqir, my good friend now, is that person. Shaq is the man that we lean to for those type of skills and that type of knowledge and that type of work. Shaqir is the man. We just won, this big award up there from ClickFunnels, multiple 8-figure business last year in 2021, ranked one of the fastest growing companies in the United States by Inc. magazine. And we're actually ranked #1 fastest sales training company. The first part of that comes from our funnels and our online marketing and high ticket offers. And Shaq is the person that can help you get those type of results.
From the day I met Shaqir, he was on fire to become the best internet entrepreneur, not only that he could be, but I mean, literally one of the best in the world. He's gone on to create tens of millions of dollars. We've stayed in touch. Some of those brilliant marketing insights that I've been exposed to in my over a decade-long career on the internet have come from tuning in to Shaqir Hussein's training. And he's still on fire. And what I've seen is not only that he's created massive results for himself, but that he is passionate about paying it forward and helping other people. And that, I think, now is what he does as well as anything and as well as anyone.
Now, hiring Shaqir has been one of the best business decisions I've ever made that really helped take my business to the next level. Out of all the successful people out there, why Shaqir? Well, simply because I just really resonate with him. He's a really, really great guy. And most importantly, he walks the talk. I was stuck in a corporate job before, and now I'm living the .com lifestyle. I was able to just work from wherever I want and with whoever I want. I'm able to actually wake up whenever I want, which is something that I really, really love.
Shaqir has been a dear friend of mine and a fantastic mentor. I'm just about to launch my funnel and Facebook ads, which I've never really done properly before, so that's exciting. And if you don't know me, I am on the Channel 4 TV show Get a House for Free. It's actually my TV show. I'm also a film producer. I've got 28 films in development, 9 in distribution. My last film, Legacy of Lies, debuted at #2 on Netflix in the USA, of which I acted in and co-created. So I want to tell you, all of you, that anything is possible. Please follow Shaqir, because he is literally a marketing, I wouldn't even say genius, because that's not fair to him. He's better than that. Listen to him, watch him, an incredible guy. I've seen all of you in this group have amazing achievements, and it's just so wonderful and so beautiful to be in a group of people that are super achievers. It's like a fucking relief to be with people that want the same things as me. You know what I mean?
He has convinced me that I need to charge more for my services. He's allowed me to learn how to move faster in my business. Shaqir has incredible intelligence and energy and momentum in his business, and he course corrects really fast. So I've been able to have that insider bird's eye view of how it is that you move fast to grow your company, which has been really incredible. It's fun being in his program. I've met amazing people. It's like being part of an incredible mastermind. The men and the women that I've connected with all around the world, we're there to support each other, we're cheer each other on, and we're there to make the connections that need to be made when it's time to make them. Shaqir has an absolute heart of gold. I've never felt more supported by anybody in any program, and I've worked with some of the best. He believes in us. He wants us to succeed. He knows who you are, and he really cares. Again, he's made enough money that he could sit on an island and just drink tea for the rest of his life. But he's here doing this work because he has a mission, and his mission is to support us in our mission. I highly recommend you work with Shaqir. It's going to be an incredible experience for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Welcome in to day 2 of the 5-day challenge. I'm really excited. So guys, day 2, if you didn't book your phone call in yet, your one-on-one funnels audit session, yesterday I talked about, listen, the reason why we host these 5-day challenges is to give people an opportunity to see how we work and give them proven funnels so that they can fast track their success in 2023 and beyond. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, and one of the reasons why we're doing this is because, as you know, okay, the recession is here right now. How many of you believe that the world is going through some funny times right now? Just give me a double high five. Look around. Okay, people, and I'm sure I'm not alone, okay, people have lost trust in their government, in politicians, in their local, professionals. I mean, I don't even trust my own doctor. Not that I go to my doctors, but I don't even, and no offense to any doctors here, okay? Some of my friends are doctors, but I don't trust my own doctors. Anyone else like that, or is that just me? Okay, and what about, leave doctors aside, what about politicians and just your own government? Anyone? Okay, how many of you recently heard about this guy called Sam Bankman-Fried who stole like $10 billion? Anyone? In the crypto space, you heard that, right? Only today he got arrested in the Bahamas. And I'm like, how is it that a 30-year-old kid, he's still a kid, 30-year-old man, can steal $10 billion, okay, and nothing happens to him for the last 2 months? Okay, this is the kind of world that we live in. And I'm actually going to do something which I usually don't do, which I usually do for my 7-8-figure mastermind members. And I'm going to do this because I feel a sense of responsibility to you guys right now. And that responsibility is to share with you what I share with my high-end clients, my high-end, my close best friends, people that spend, gosh, a lot of money, okay, $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, and they come to us and they want to learn about really investing into the next level. Now, I'm not going to talk about this stuff too much here right now because, I want to help you guys get an unfair advantage when it comes to starting an online business, getting to your first $10,000 a month and beyond. But what if I was to tell you that we are living in one of the most astonishing times of our entire lives? And some people will say, Shaq, this sounds like one of those conspiracy things. What is Shaq going to talk about? Is it okay if I just push the boundaries a little bit today and just maybe share with you something that, I don't know, maybe your friends, family, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, your teachers, your preachers, they're not teaching you? Is it okay if I just go just a little bit above just talking about funnels and making money? Is that okay with you guys? Just give it. Listen, I don't have to do this. I'll go back and I'll just carry on talking about funnels, which I love, okay? But is it okay if I just push the boundaries? If you're one of those people that's willing to push the boundaries, all success can come down to your ability, your confidence, and all failures can come down to a lack of courage. Think about in your life, how many mistakes and hardships that you've gone through. You can easily say that you have, because of a lack of courage, you didn't make the right decision. Yes or no? How many people have been following me for at least more than 1 year online? By a show of hands. Okay, what about 2 years? By a show of hands. 3 years? 4 years? Okay, 5 years? Anyone? Who's been following me longer than 5 years? There's a handful of you guys. Yeah, I know. Okay, so, and if you don't raise your hand, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, I see a handful of you. You haven't turned your videos on yet. If you're just joining us, make sure you turn your videos on. And if you're willing, someone says, I'm happy with Jacinda in New Zealand. Janine goes, Shaqir for president. I don't know. Presidents get into too much trouble. But if you guys are willing to push the boundaries, I need to see at least, let's keep it real. I need to see 50 comments right now pushing the boundaries. If you comment, push the boundaries, I'm going to share with you the same stuff that I get privy to learning. And I'm going to share this with you in the hopes that you and your family are going to take massive action starting today. Okay? That if you've been holding yourself back from lack of courage, lack of commitment, lack of confidence, today is the day that you say, hey, I'm going to go all in. Today's the day you say, hey, I'm going to go find the resources to invest in myself. How many? I want to see at least 20 more comments saying push the boundaries. Okay? So in 2009, I come across a guy called Mike Dillard. Okay? And at the time, I was just starting off, really brand new in the online marketing space. And I remember like just being so skeptical. How many people here are skeptical? Very quickly, I learned that the people that are usually very skeptical, they also are usually the ones that are struggling to make money. Okay, they're usually the ones, they think it's too good to be true. Okay, so when I was telling people to buy a Bitcoin at a few $1,000s, it was too good to be true. So then they started missing the boat. They started buying at $20,000, $50,000 and beyond. Does that make sense? But what if, is this making sense to you guys? Okay, but what if at $3,000, maybe you just bought 10 Bitcoins for $30,000? Okay, if you're an adult, meaning you're 30 years old and above, or even under 30, you could, if you really wanted to, go and find $30,000 to invest. And let's just say you come across Bitcoin, you invest, and I'm not saying to invest in crypto or anything like this right now, but here's what I'm getting at. Bitcoin went from $3,000 to about $69,000, $70,000. So really, you would have been able to turn a tiny little $30,000 into what, 600K or more? Wait, a lot more, 20 times. So 30 times 20, what is that? I have to work that actually, calculator. The beauty of technology. We become so lazy, we don't even use our brains anymore. Gosh. Times 20x. Yeah, I was right, $600,000. Now, you can't do that today, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. But the reason why I go into Bitcoin, why I go into gold and silver early on, is because I started learning from one of my mentors, and he talked about this book. Some of you may have heard of it. Some of you may have never heard of it. And this book is called The Fourth Turning, okay? And what The Fourth Turning talks about, and write this down, you guys, okay? Trust me, because this is the stuff that I know most people here, your friends and family, won't tell you about these things. So I want to tell you what I'm learning, what I'm teaching my friends and family, okay? So The Fourth Turning is this book written by these two guys. And essentially, the names was William and Neil. And what William and Neil did is they basically researched, why does history repeat itself? Why is it that we are unable to learn from the lessons of the past? And what they discovered was very astonishing. You guys ready for this? What they realized, okay, and when I was in Tony Robbins' Platinum Mastermind, I'm pretty confident he was sharing something similar too. So what happens is, through spring, summer, fall, winter, humanity goes through these same cycles. Each season lasts for about 20 to 25 years. And what they've done, okay, and I'm actually just going to share some of my screen because I want to walk you guys through this, okay? Hey, listen, one more time. Are you guys ready? Are you guys okay if I just share this mind-blowing stuff with you guys? Yes or no? Okay, now, because some people, yesterday, Hamza and a few others said to me, hey, people are super serious. They want to invest with you. They want to learn. They want to, but there's something that's holding them back. And let me tell you, if you make excuses like money, time, energy, these are just resources. Does that make sense? What you really want to do is get over the mental hurdles. So I'm going to share with you something that hopefully inspires you to take massive action. So what you see here is that these two authors that wrote this book, okay, they say each humanity season lasts 20 to 25 years. And every 80 to 100 years, mankind, you and me, enters its season of winter. So the season of winter is very harsh. It's about survival of the fittest. It will kill the old, unfit institutions and centers of power. It will make way for the birth of new come spring. As for America, and by the way, when I mean America, what I mean is it starts off usually in America, or it starts off in the other side of the world, but the whole world gets affected. Okay, 2009, when the recession hit and Lehman Brothers collapsed, and America was going through this huge downturn, millions of people losing their jobs. What happened? The rest of the world got affected. The rest of the world got hit. So as for America, we've experienced 3 winter seasons in the brief history of our country. So essentially, it basically walks you through 1781, 5 years after America declared its independence from Britain, in 1776. 82 years later, America experienced the climax of its second winter season, Civil War, North Reach, South Peak, whatever. In 1863, 81 years after that, America experienced the climax of its third winter season as the Great Depression. How many of you have heard of something called the Great Depression? Okay, raise your hand if you've heard of this Great Depression. Okay, this was, obviously before most of our times, but it's important to know, and I don't really study much history apart from economical history. Okay, basically what will make me a lot of money. Okay, and I have absolutely no shame or regret in admitting that. Is that okay with you guys? And you want to write this down. To become rich and wealthy, you must break all forms of limitations. Some of these limitations will come from your parents, your grandparents, your loved ones, your teachers, the people that you're around. But once you can break through, okay, once you break through this, a new world will open up for you. And what that new world is essentially abundance over scarcity. So when I look at these things, when I look at the news, most people get depressed or sad from the news. Sure, a lot of the stuff that the news media portrays is very sad, but I'm a capitalist, okay? I have to look after my causes that I'm passionate about, yes or no? Okay, I have to look after my family, my loved ones. Who else would like to make lots of money so that they can look after their loved ones by a show of hands? Okay, so most of the time when I ask these questions, people are on the same page. So watch this. By the way, this is from Mike Dillard's email. Okay, so each of these American winter seasons had two things in common. The first is that they marked the end of one, I guess that word is epoch in history and the beginning of a new one. Society life and the world that we would live in will never be the same. There's no going back to the way things used to be, because the things that used to be was destroyed. The second thing about every single winter season is that these ideologies about the future of the world fight for dominance. Okay, now I want you guys to understand this. Okay, is this making sense? Just give me a thumbs up even if it's like 20% making sense. You don't have to understand everything. Just okay. 25 years ago, these two men that wrote this book predicted that America would begin its fourth turning into a winter season around the year 2005, and that it would be sparked by a financial crisis. How many of you remember in 2009, the great financial crisis? Lehman Brothers going down, all of this stuff. And then you saw what? The last 10 years, America went on to create, the American government, I guess, okay, create wars, endless printing trillions of dollars, pandemic, whatever, right? So they were off by 24 months as the housing and stock markets crashed in 2007. The book goes on to predict there would be a global pandemic. America would experience the climax of its fourth turning 80 to 85 years after the peak of around the year 2025. I don't know about you, but it feels right on schedule. They wrote this book as a warning to humanity because this turning is different than all the rest. Every turning has ended in war, but this is the first turning that includes the global presence of weapons of mass destructions. Okay, now I'm just gonna stop here right now, because I don't want some of you guys and girls to start crying and thinking, what the heck, man? I wanted to learn about internet marketing and funnels. Why is Shaq teaching me this? Okay, the reason why I'm sharing this with you, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail, is if you take control of your financial destiny right now, and you spend, let's just say you can ignore everything that the book has said. I just told you, the guy that recommended buying Bitcoin at a few $1,000s, the guy that told me to buy gold and silver 10 plus years ago. Okay, did you guys see how gold and silver has gone up over the last 10 years? Okay, now I wouldn't have even considered investing in these things if it wasn't for this guy. Okay, like I went to school, college, university, like many of you. I come from an amazing family. I love them to bits. 6 kids, great parents. Okay, but they didn't educate me on buying gold and silver. Does that make sense? They didn't educate me on buying Bitcoin. I had to go out in the world, travel around the world, find people, invest in myself, and then sacrifice nonstop 7 days a week. And then I learned what I know. And so what I'm sharing with you is there's going to be some uncertainty in the world. Okay, and the best way, as Dr. Peter Diamandis would say, the best way to predict the future is to create it. You can't control what's happening in different countries, can you? But what you can control is your ability to make cash, yes or no? What you can control is your ability to learn different skills that pay the bills, that create cash flow, that builds you a fortune. And maybe your friends and family don't understand. How many of you sometimes feel like, man, my friends, my family, my husband, my wife, they just don't get what I get? How many of you? Look around. Okay, that's why you're here. Okay, I get you. I understand you. My team understands you. And so what I've seen over the last decade is if you can dial in what I'm sharing with you, which is, look, I personally believe we have around 2, maybe 3 years. Okay, so these books, sometimes they're off. Okay, so this current book, The Fourth Turning, was off by about 24 months, which is about 2 years. But let's just say they're saying the next fourth turning will happen because the global pandemic has happened, okay? And the climax of it will happen in, let's just say, 2 years. Maybe you've got 3. If you're being optimistic, maybe you've got 4. So what I'm saying to you in a very way is you have to get your stuff together. Okay. If you don't have confidence, you have to work on your confidence. If you don't, and you want to write this down, confidence, number one. Number two is if you feel like you don't have the courage to make decisions, this is the time now to start making decisions that are based on you pushing the boundaries. Just like today, what did I do today? Okay. Hey, let me give you guys an example. There's about 70 people live here. There's probably between my other couple of different Facebook groups and my customers, there's probably about 100 people-ish live watching this. Okay. You all could have just turned around and said, hey, you know what? I really don't like the fact that Shaq is talking about these crashes that's going to happen in the world. Okay, this is kind of scary. Hey, I don't need to listen to this. Let me just get off. I don't see a single person that has left this. Are you guys with me? So I want you to give yourself a big round of applause for just being here right now. Okay, I learned that I discovered success is 50% just showing up. Most people don't even show up. Okay, sometimes, I'm not kidding, I will just show up to the gym and walk around the gym, and I'm not feeling to do weights or boxing or anything, but I just tell myself, hey, at least I showed up today. Does that make sense? Okay, when I say to my personal trainer, hey, today I'm not feeling it, he'll say, just come in and just cycle for 10 minutes. Okay, but whatever I do, I have to show up. And so I'm sharing with you that to pushing the boundaries, because if the next turning, this fourth turning thing happens, you know who benefits or who protects themselves? It's the people that have confidence, courage, cash flow. They have assets. Like I said yesterday, during the pandemic, it was a very sad time. Lots of people's lives got affected. Okay, some people, they had an amazing life during the pandemic. It sounds really, wrong to say, but I'm going to say it. And some people had a really bad time. Yes or no? Okay. The truth is, everyone knows people that got affected by the pandemic. However, I know of people that traveled around the world. I know of people that didn't abide by any of the rules, because the rules primarily, let me give you an example. If I'm in London and they say to me, hey, you're not allowed to leave your house, but you are allowed to travel to certain countries, South Africa, Dubai, a few other countries, you can travel. Now, what happens if you want to do that, but you don't have the money to do that? Then you get stuck in one place, yes or no? Okay, I know of people, when the pandemic hit, they got on their jet and they travel around the world. I know of people that when the pandemic hit, they said, no, this stuff, we're rich. For rich people, it doesn't affect us. And then they carried on with their lives. So I'm sharing this stuff with you because I know firsthand people like that. Okay, so the question is, how many of you would like to live with your own rules for the rest of your life? By a show of hands. Okay, type into the chat box saying that's me. Okay, remember, the people that interact, the people that engage, they bring the energy. In life, your energy will determine how successful you become. So if you're just joining us, we see a whole bunch of more people coming in. Turn on your camera. Don't be shy. Turn on your camera. Give us a wave. Let everyone know that you're here and where you're coming in from, okay? So if you haven't posted what country you're coming in from yet, post that right now. So what do you do? And here's some of the things that I'm going to give you, okay, is prediction number one, okay? Mike Dillard has covered a few things on this, but I'm going to just tell you the three things that I believe that you must do, okay? Number one is you have to develop a mindset where you have nonstop courage and confidence, okay? Number two is you have to build cash flowing income streams, okay? Cash flowing income streams. And number three is you have to develop high income skills, okay? High income skills are skills that business owners will pay you a premium. Does that make sense? Okay, so for example, if you do something like a typical day job, 9 to 5, okay, your income is usually capped, okay? People in their day job, most of the time, they'll be making anywhere from, say, $3,000-ish to about 10, maybe on the high end, $8,000 to $10,000. Does that sound right? Yes or no? Up or down? Okay, so there are skills that you can learn that once you learn, you are able to leverage these high in demand skills to create unlimited income. I'll give you an example. Some of you will hear me talk about Mikey. For our mastermind clients, you get to spend time with Mikey in London, get your videos done. We shoot like 100 videos in like 2-3 days. It's kind of crazy. So we have an advanced program for our mastermind members where people come in. So every now and then when I talk about Mikey, just remember that. So Mikey just hired a new guy. And what's his name? The new guys? James. How many people does he have in his agency? Okay. Do you know how many clients he's got? Okay. So I want you guys to hear this, right? He basically said, this guy has got 5 to 10 clients. So this guy that he's hired is a young kid. How old is he? I have no idea. So anyway, he must be in his 20s. Okay. Young kid. He's got 5 clients. I think he's charging me $1,000 to $1,500 to do one specific high income task. Are you guys following this? Now, if he's got, if he spends, say, 1 to 2 hours a day, let's just say he spends an hour a day for me, and he gets paid $1,000, and he's got 5 to 10 clients. How much is he making? $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Yes or no? Now, let me ask you this, or let me just tell you this. As I'm talking to him, I realize he's got one of those, you know, those weird phone numbers you don't know, because it's not +1 Americans, it's not +44 UK, it's not Australia. So you're like, where is this? So I ask him, hey man, where are you based? Where are you from? And he goes, Nigeria. And I thought, wow, you are making on the low end 5K, maybe 10K, who knows, probably even more. That's what he's just saying. Okay. Isn't that cool? Is that just me, or how many of you find that really cool? Good for him. Okay, this is a guy, young kid in Nigeria. Okay, which you and I know, it's no America, it's no London, it's no New York, it's no California, it's Nigeria. And this is a young kid making 5 to 10K per month. So what's your excuse? So number one is you have to develop courage and confidence, non-stop courage and confidence. Okay, because if you think the world is a little bit crazy now, I think it's only going to get crazier. Okay. Number two is, like I said, you have to build the cash flowing businesses. Okay. And how you do that is you create, okay, 3 things. You have to stack high income skills, one after another. Does that make sense? Right now in my company, we have, some of you may be interested in this. We have a certification program that's launching in January 2023. And it's a 4-week program. And what the program is, it's a side hustle job opportunity that anyone can use to make anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000 a month. And all it is literally handling texting and typing. How many of you here would like to, let's just say, I'm just giving you an example, right? How many of you would love to have an extra side hustle on the side where all you do is just text and type, and you have the earning potential of making $3,000 to $8,000 a month by a show of hands? Look around. Almost every single, I mean, like at least 80% of people's hands are going up. Okay. So the reason why I share this is because right now, my clients, okay, I have over 100 high ticket coaches, consultants, clients in my mastermind. Okay. That's just one mastermind. I run multiple masterminds. In that mastermind, almost every single person is willing to hire these setters, these people that are literally going to handle Instagram, texting, and typing. You don't even have to talk to anyone because you're using someone else's profile. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you actually go, and just being transparent, if you go to my TikTok, don't go there now because you're going to get distracted. But if you went to my TikTok or even my LinkedIn or sometimes even my Instagram, okay, it's some of my team members that are responding. Don't worry, Angela, I did speak to you. Okay. Just to clarify, okay, she's thinking, was that you, Shaq? Yeah, that was me. I remember your name. Okay. However, my clients are now bugging me saying, Shaq, we need to hire these people that can use our social media profiles, text and type, and qualify leads for us. Do you see how powerful this is? Okay. By the way, I'm just curious, if I was to offer this certification to a handful of you here, because I'm planning to launch it in January, how many of you would be interested in this? Okay, let me just get a hand. Okay, cool. Just raise your hand if that's going to be you. Mehroz, just take a screenshot so we know who to reach out to. If you raise your hand, we'll get you the details, okay? So this is going to be basically one of our certification programs that's going to essentially guarantee you get a high-paying job with either myself or one of the coaches and consultants on my team, okay? And I'd say this is one of the biggest opportunities of 2023. So what were the three things? Who can write down the three things that I've just said so that you can prepare for the fourth turning? You can prepare for the next level of the craziness that's going to take place in the world. That's happening right now. Okay, as you're doing this, I'm actually going to go back here. And I want to share this with you. Okay, here's a great example of what's happening in the world right now. German bakery slapped with a 330,000 euro, which is about 350,000 US dollars, gas bill after contract cancelled. Okay, a utility company locked thousands of customers out of their smart thermostats in Colorado. So it's not just happening in one place. This stuff is happening all over the world. Okay, so again, like I said, even for Mike and for myself, okay, this isn't my opinion or conspiracy theory. Okay, this is the real things that's happening in the world right now. Okay, and I'm not going to go through it anymore because I think it's pretty scary already. Okay, how many of you kind of get a little bit freaked out when you read stuff like this? Anyone? Handful of you guys? Okay. Do you realize why I said you want to have confidence and courage as the base standard? Yes or no? Because if you have this, you realize this: where there's fear, there's also massive opportunity. Okay. And I strongly believe in the next 3 to 6 months, whoever comes in, if you commit right now and you say, okay, I'm in, whatever needs to happen, I'm going to do whatever it takes. You are going to be the people that will have an edge over everyone else. So that was my introduction. I hope some of you are still here right now. It looks like you guys are. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fire up my presentation for day 2. So welcome in on day 2's presentation. Today, we're going to talk about crafting offers and what I believe, okay, by the way, can you guys all see my screen? It says the simplest and most profitable sales funnels that grow your list. By a show of hands. Yeah. Okay. So first thing first, okay. Welcome to the 2023 Day 2 Challenge. I'm super excited. Yesterday, a handful of you, I saw you guys do your homework, post it into the Facebook group. I'm going to be reviewing them. Later on tomorrow, we're going to be announcing prizes for those who have completed their homework. So if you haven't submitted it yet, make sure you go and submit it. This is just a little picture of my team. If you're on my team right now, turn your video on. Your video should be on, and just give us a wave. There's Mehroz, Hamza, Samin, Amanda, okay? Give us a wave, double wave. There you go. Okay, so that's part of my team. Some of you have already connected with them. And I wanted to walk you guys through what I believe the ideal friendly business model is for 2023. Okay, and I actually have a couple of notes. So I'm going to just start this and I'm going to play this for you guys. Okay, so let's go. So first of all, the ideal friendly business model is service-based or high-ticket info businesses. Okay. Now, some people are going to be like, hey, but I want to create my own product because they watch the Shark Tank. They're now excited about a physical product. Okay, let me give you a reality check. Unless you're really good at raising money and you have a track record, which most people don't have, okay, and maybe you have it, maybe you don't have it, but most people don't have a track record of raising $100,000 or $1 million from venture capital and investors. I would recommend you stay away from it. Second, physical products. The reason why I never get into it is because when I was getting started in internet marketing 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago, wow, gosh, I've been selling stuff since I was 16 years old on the internet, on eBay. Okay, so this is like 16, 18 years I've been selling online now. When I was getting started, I used to package up the products, physical products, and take them to the shop and post office, get them shipped out. And I just remember that life versus this life where someone will spend $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 on my digital courses or my high ticket info businesses. That was A. This is B. Which one do you think made me the most money? B. Today, which one makes me the most money? This model. Then the price points that I've identified, okay, is the minimum. I usually recommend $3,000 as a high ticket, but for today, because of the recession, things are changing. So I want to make sure that you guys get a really good understanding. You want to have your clients pay at least $1,500 to $10,000. Now, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I want to sell for $10,000, that's what we are going to help you discover during these 5 days, okay? Because we have the systems and the procedures to help you. So virtually no startup capital. Sure, there's coaching, mentoring, mastermind expenses, but if you look at it, okay, and I want you guys, ladies and gentlemen, to understand this. If I said to you, go and build a business that will make you at least 250K, 250,000 pounds or $250,000 a year, okay, look at the options that you have. Set up a Subway franchise. It will cost you 200K. I remember going into a Subway franchise and I start talking to the guy, and I have a habit of asking, every business owner that I meet, how's business? How's it doing? What are the numbers looking like? Okay. And I can say with a smile, and they first give me that look, like, you just asked me that. And then I'm like, yeah, give me the numbers, man. I'm interested. I want to learn. Okay. So I go into this business and I literally start doing this to a guy in the Subway. Okay. And he tells me he spent 200K or 250K. And after 4 years of working in that shop, grinding day and out, then he'll probably break even. And then after that, he'll start making profits. So do you guys see how normal businesses work? Okay. Then you come online and you're like, oh yeah, but I want to start a business with zero money down because there's tons of YouTube videos and I want to learn for free. Let me ask you a question. How's that working out for you? Not good. Yes or no? Everyone agree? Raise your hand if you agree with what I just said. Okay, look around. Everyone agrees. Why? Because if it was that easy, I'm just going to watch a bunch of YouTube videos and they're just going to give me everything step by step. Okay, how many of you have realized almost every single YouTube channel leads to some sort of funnel? Raise your hand. Some where every single YouTube video will say, go and subscribe, click the link below and join my list. Put your email address in and I'll send you a free PDF. Okay, how many of you have experienced that? The reason why you have experienced this is because it works. So the question you have to ask yourself is, where are my funnels? Because there's only two types of people in the world, okay? There's either consumers or producers. You're either producing the YouTube videos, you're producing content, you're producing community and products and challenges and webinars and offers, or you're consuming. Does that make sense? Okay, think about on a day-to-day basis, when you look at someone's Instagram profile and you're going through and you're swiping up and down non-stop. If you're on Tinder, you're swiping. I'm not on those sites, but you know what I mean. If you're on any of these sites, what happens? Non-stop, you're just consuming. Whereas if you want to make a lot of money, you have to do the opposite, which is producing. Okay, so this is just a shift. Next time you find yourself, just ask yourself, am I consuming or am I producing? Okay, next thing is 60 to 97% profit margins. If I sell a digital course, sure, I'll have some expenses when I'm setting it up. But after I set it up, let's just say a digital course, I spend 2 months of my life recording it. And, let's just say between my time and designers and everything, it cost me $10,000 to produce. Okay. Now you can create these courses for free, but let's just say you want to go all fancy. Okay. In one of my courses, which we're probably going to do a breakdown in the next couple of days, I paid about $30,000 or $40,000 for a funnel. So just write this down. $30,000 for a funnel, $30,000. And what I got was, and this was, I don't know, this was like 8 years ago, okay? And I basically hired a team to record about 8 hours of videos, okay? And then I hired a copywriter to write a sales page. And I think I paid him like 3K or something. Okay. Designer. I hired a video guy. I hired someone to create all the content, create content. Okay. All the marketing, all of that stuff, all the technical stuff. How many of you get stuck because of a lack of technical knowledge? Because you don't know. Raise your hand. Let me just see who's those. Okay. So one of the reasons why we say raise your hand is because, Mehroz for my team, he's there. He's making sure that we're making notes so that we can give you guys customized help. Does that make sense? Okay. So tech holds a lot of people back. And I was like, hey, let me run this experiment. What if I spent, my budget was about 40K and I did it for about 30K. Okay. So I spent about 30K. And then because I had a list, okay, I want you guys to write this down, because the people that have the list in online marketing, they are the ones that make the money. They are the ones that make, write this down, consistent, reliable, predictable, and scalable income. Okay. Right now, if you do not make $10,000 a month, there's a good chance that you do not have an email list. So the general rule is you make $1 per subscriber that's on your list. So if you have 10,000 subscribers, you can make at least $10,000 a month. Does that make sense? If you have 50,000 subscribers on your list, you can make $50,000 a month. Okay. Now everyone starts off with 0 subscribers. When I started off, I would add all of my friends and family members, and I would ask them physically, what's your email address? And I would go on my computer and add their email address because I wanted them to join me as leads. Then I realized every time I send an email, it's only my family that's getting it and no one's buying from me. And so that's how I started. Okay. So when you're starting from 0, it's okay. But what's not okay is the speed that you're moving towards. Okay. So you have to keep this in mind. Today's day and age, because there's competition. Okay, I just told you about this Nigerian kid who's working for me and is probably going to make in 5-10K per month. I'm pretty sure it's a lot because I saw him in front of some fancy car, and I'm pretty sure in Nigeria those cars are even more expensive. So the playing field is now leveled. Okay, there's no, oh yeah, I live in London, so I have access to fast Wi-Fi. Those days are gone, bro. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Those days are gone. Okay. Now everyone has access. In India, I go to Africa, Johannesburg at least once a year. I try to go there once a year, and I mean there's Wi-Fi. Everyone's on their phones. Okay, so the level playing field is now level. So you have to keep this in mind. How fast can you get things done? Sure, you can say, yeah, I'll sign up 6 months down the line. Oh, I'll sign up when I have money. I see, because people will apply to work with us and they'll pull like, I'm ready to sign 3 months. I'm like, no, you're not going to be ready to start in 3 months. If you're not ready right now, you're not going to be ready in 3 months' time. It only goes downhill. So keep this in mind. Every single person that you see online, that you see their ads, they have big YouTube following, even Instagram, okay? I'd say 99%, almost all of them have the list, okay? The list is the distribution channel. And what happened was, I had invested around $30,000. I built this entire funnel, okay? Okay, and then the funnel obviously comes with an offer, comes with the entire product suite, what we call the $1 million product pyramid, all of these things. And then what I did is I sent, so the way you want to look at this is the list is essentially people. Are you guys following so far? Okay, the funnel and the offer is essentially the shop. Now, if we send people from our list into our shop, a percentage of them will buy. So I launched this offer, and the product was called Traffic Mastery Intensive. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I think it was like a $2,000 price point program, 2K, I think it was. Okay. And I'm thinking, hey, if we generate, 50K, I'll be happy. We generated, I think, something along the lines of around $450,000. Okay, 350 to 450K. And by the way, this was about 8 years ago. This product is still here in my business right now. Is that powerful? Raise your hand if that's powerful. Type into the chat box if that's powerful. I want to see. I want to know. So remember how I talked about, you want to have like these mini cash flowing funnels, right? Like one of the reasons why I'm really passionate about funnels, okay, is, when I was growing up, my dad used to work in construction, right? And, I would go and work in the construction sites with him. I never had a real job. That was the only job that I got with him. So from a young age, I saw him buying these properties and whatnot. And he'd always tell me, son, if you buy one house and you put tenants in there, then you get, let me walk you guys through this. By the way, are you guys learning this? Is this making sense? Type in yes if it's making sense. All right, cool. So my dad would say, if you buy a house, okay, this is a house that's supposed to be a chimney. Okay, let's just say there's 3 bedrooms. If you now put tenants in there, they pay you rent. They pay rent. You make passive income. Okay, and he would tell me, a typical house in London is around, well, now it's a lot more, but back then when he used to tell me, it used to be around 300K to 400,000 pounds. Okay, Now, I think a typical place is anywhere from 600K to $1 million. Okay, London prices, right? So he would say this to me. And as a kid, I used to think to myself, okay, Dad, when I'm 18 years old, you're going to have to give me all these properties and I'm going to be chilled. Okay, did anyone else have these weird fantasies of how life was going to be? I was okay, because that was my idea. I was like, oh, my dad's working so hard, so he's going to give everything to me. So I remember the day I turned 18 years old, I went up to him and I was like, Dad, I'm 18 now. Are you going to sign over all the restaurants, the houses and everything? And he looks at me and he's like, no. I'm like, that's the what? And he goes, no, now you're a man. You need to go out and you need to make your own money. For about 2 months, I think I was really mad. And then I realized I have to take responsibility. So here's what happens. As a kid, I get introduced to something called what you guys are getting introduced to, some of you now, the power of online marketing. Okay, is Cynthia here? Yesterday, Cynthia was here and you could tell she was mad. Like, how is it that you guys are so young and making all this money when she's very educated? How many of you remember her? Okay, me and my team were like, yeah, you guys remember? Okay, so here's what happens, right? This is what my dad says to me. And I'm thinking to myself, no matter how big the house gets, you can't, if it's a 3-bedroom house, you can't put 30 people in there. Does that make sense? You can't do that. Whereas if I have an online website and the website is online and it's selling different products and services for me, I can get 30 people a day. Yes or no? I can get 300 people a day. I can get 3,000 people per day. And if 3,000 people come in to my shop, to my house, and a certain percentage of them buy, just like some of you here purchased, some of you I saw coming in from free challenge, $47. You bought all the way up to $997. Okay. By the way, was that a funnel that you went through to come here? Yes or no? Raise your hand if that was the funnel that you experienced. Now, here's another question. This funnel I've been running, I think this is my 10th time now. Why would I run it for 10 times? Who's going to guess? Angela, why would I do this challenge 10 times? I want to see some feedback. Who's getting this? Angela, why would I run this challenge 10 times?
Build mastery and trust.
Okay.
Something that works, it doesn't change.
Okay. And okay, that's a good one. Okay. Anyone else? Type into the chat box. I'm curious. Okay. Why? Because it works. Okay. And what you have to do, Craig says, because you are getting a profit. Yes. Okay. Because like I said to you, you have to first build the skills. So the skills that I've mastered and I want you to commit to mastering is funnels. Okay. And next couple of days, we'll talk about our funnel certification, our type and texting certification, and all of those. But let's just say that's the skill I've mastered, and that's the skill I want you to master and learn about. So now that you've gone from skills, okay, so remember, first is you have to have courage, second is skills, and third is you have to have cash flowing streams, okay? Now these could be businesses, side hustles, affiliate streams, middleman money, affiliate, high ticket offers, whatever the case is, okay? But the key is they have to be cash flowing. These are the 3 things, okay? Now you understand this is just one funnel, just like my funnels challenge. I've done this 10 times. I'll tell you why. Because every time we spend money, we spend X amount of money, on the other side, we make a lot more back. You guys get that? What if you had a cash machine? Okay, imagine like a vending machine, right? Like you guys have the vending machines in your country, in whatever state, town you live in, right? You put in like $1 or something. How much is a can of Coca-Cola? I don't drink that stuff, but how much is Coca-Cola? Is it $1 or $2 or something? Or 50 cents? How much is a can of Coke? £2? Yeah, okay, £1, £2, whatever like, you should Google that and find out. It's funny. Okay, so imagine now you stick a £2 or whatever, right? £1, $1 in to get a can of Coke. Okay, you put $1 in and you get a can of Coke. How many of you agree? If you do that in the vending machine, the can of Coke will give the machine will give you 1 can of Coke. Yeah. Well, what if you have a machine that if you spend $1 and you make $2 or $3 back? how many times are you going to put $1 in? Comment right now. Let me know. If you had the ability to turn $1 into 3, into 5, even into 10, all day long. Craig Dunn says all day long, hand over fist. Okay. If I said, Amanda, will you go and borrow money because you've now got this vending machine? Every time, instead of buying Coca-Cola, every time you put in $1, it spits out $3 or $5 back. People are like infinite, exponential all the time. Guys, this is why I have ran this challenge around 10 times right now. You get it? What you have to get good at, and I'm going to teach you how to get good at this, okay? And for some of you who are like, Shaq, I want you to build this for me, okay? Me and my team are going to select, we're not going to do this for everyone, okay? There's nearly 100 people live on here, but we are going to do for a handful of people. Imagine we build the entire done for you funnel for you. How many of you would love one of those? Okay, this is what we have to do. All right, Sharon says, I'm not going to repeat what she says, but you guys can read the comments. Okay, it's getting crazy out there. So what we want to do is we want to build. Okay, we want to master, because we know funnels is the future. Okay, this is the future of marketing. If you just go to any YouTuber right now, if you go to any channel, okay, I'll just do. How many of you would like to see a real life example? Raise your hand if you want to see a real life example. Okay, cool. I'm just going to show you guys real life examples right now. Okay, so if I go over here and I just type in, okay, I'm just going to type in YouTube. Okay. Now, when I go to YouTube, you can't see anything on my YouTube because I have this thing called a newsfeed eradicator, which means I don't see anyone's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Okay, so I have to manually go here, and I'm going to give myself a 5-minute window to go and visit YouTube. So now YouTube is going to open up. So let's just say we can pick any of these. These are just like, what are these things? Okay, let's go and find this guy. Okay, Nomad Capitalist. How many of you have ever heard of this guy called Nomad Capitalist? Anyone? Okay, so what this guy does is he helps people that make 7 and 8 figures. Okay, and what he does is he makes videos like this, and at the end, look at this video. So write this down. Okay, write this down. He creates a digital asset, which is a video. Okay, digital asset is a video. The digital asset is the video. He creates the video once and it lives forever. YouTube is not going anywhere. Okay, this is where, you know, if you've ever had a 9-to-5 job, if you've ever traded time for money, if you've ever felt like, oh my gosh, like I work really hard, but then there's no money, like I'm working hard, but there's no money and I want to make lots of money. What do I have to do? Okay, how do I go and make $1 million? How do I build my business? How do I build my income? If you ever thought like that, then there's a good chance that you do one-time work. Okay, there's a difference between one-time work and trading your time for money versus doing one-time work that pays you forever. So if you create digital assets, it works forever. For example, my challenge funnel, okay, that thing, okay, it's still producing money. Like look, let me give you an example. The challenge has already started. We're in day 2. People are still buying. Do you guys get that? Okay, now what my team, remember, the challenge funnel is just one digital asset. Now what my team is going to do is in the next couple of days, all they're going to do is they're going to go to the same thing. They're going to change the dates around and the traffic is going to come. And then we're going to do another challenge. We're going to change a few things around for January. Does that make sense? So check this out. Okay. He does this video. You know, he basically gives value. So you have to give value. Write this down. Your income is directly proportionate to the amount of value that you give to the marketplace. Okay. If you do not give value to the marketplace, you're not going to be able to make money. The people that give the most amount of value, they make the most amount of money. Now, don't get it twisted. Because if you just want to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to just go and give value for the sake of giving value, how many people do you know that are so giving and so kind and generous, but they don't make a lot of money? Anyone? So you don't want to be that person, okay? When you're helping everyone else, I see people when they do, when they do charity work and stuff, they're focused on helping everyone else but themselves. Yes or no? How many people do you know that do this in their life? And then you meet them and they're always struggling, and you're like, you need to look after yourself. So for me, it's very simple. You get rich first and then focus on everyone else. Is that a fair way to say it? Okay, and if no one's told you that, I'm giving you permission. Look after yourself first. I used to do these seminars in my 20s, right? I did over 100 live events and workshops and whatnot. And I would get on and people would say, oh, I want to, donate to this. I want to give to this. And I want to make money to transform. And it'd be all great. And then I'd say, okay, so how's your business today? And they'd say, oh, they don't have a business. Or they're not making consistent cash flow. So first of all, feed your soul first, okay? Save up money for yourself. Save up money for a rainy day fund. Save up money, not even save up, multiply your money so you have generational wealth. So you, your kids, your loved ones, elderly parents, grandparents, they can have the best life ever. Then you can focus on everything else. So if we go back to over here, this guy, we click on this and look what happens. After the video, it says, we reinvented offshore consulting. We create and implement bespoke, holistic strategies powered by our experienced team, global network of bankers, accountants, XYZ. Apply now. Now, most people here, this is not going to be for you, okay? But this is someone that I follow. And if you were to go in and you become a client, look what it says, okay? You need to make at least annual income of 500K or more, investable net worth of $1 million, okay? And then what he does is he takes you to what's called a call funnel. Okay, write this down, a call funnel. How many of you here have seen one of those funnels where people say, hey, go and book a phone call? The reason why they say that is because the deepest relationship outside of something like this and in person is on the phone. So if you ever wanted to make at least $10,000 a month with high ticket offers, you want to get good at two things: texting and typing. Okay, like I said, texting and typing. Yes, my certification, I had the one that's coming out in January. I'm going to talk about it because I see a lot of people interested. Texting and typing. So you have to be able to communicate via text and chat. And second thing is you have to be able to pick up the phone. Okay. Now, how many of you would be happy to pick up the phone if you knew the other person is serious and they want to work with you and for you? Raise your hand. So a lot of people, they have this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be a phone salesperson. But let me give you an example. If today Angela filled out an entire form of why she wants to work with me, how much she can invest in me, if I've got all of that information, would it be a good choice for me to have a conversation with her? Yes or no? Okay, Samantha, same thing. Jose, Amanda, does this make sense to you guys? So a lot of the times you're like, oh yeah, but because you have you have these notions of, but I don't want to come across as a salesperson. But you're not coming across as a salesperson if someone's wanting to do work with you. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more example. And the reason why I'm showing you this example is, again, everyone around you is doing this. Okay, let's go back and let's check out another channel. Okay, which video would you like for me to see? Dan Locke. How many of you know Dan Locke? Okay, so Dan Locke being one of my past clients. Okay, watch this. Okay. Okay. This is one of my past clients. Okay. And he has how many subscribers? How many subscribers does Dan have? Wow, 4.43 million. Okay. How many of you guys know Gary Vee and Tony Robbins? Okay. Yeah, this guy has way more than those guys, okay? And so you have to think, okay, English, I don't think English is even his first language, okay? Now, you see his video, 4.4 million subscribers. We go over here, and what do we see here? See you at the next high ticket mastery. Boom. Where is he taking you? To a funnel. Are you guys getting this? So every single person, like some of you even think, oh my gosh, like this guy, Gary V. Okay, he doesn't sell anything. He's got 4 million subscribers. Let's go check out his channel. Okay, now you might think, okay, he's got all I see is him making lots of videos. But let's go and check out.
I thought at 7 years old.
Okay, so what do you think this is? This is his lead magnet. It's just a YouTube video, but he gives away this for free. Yes or no? He gives away this for free because he wants to get you in his community. And then what happens if you get into his community? Look, this is his way of marketing his stuff. Look at the size of his biography. It's on every, it's on every single one of his YouTube videos. Do you guys see this? Okay. Now, what you don't know, and I'm going to share this with you because I do know, okay, if you wanted to have time to be in one of his events, could you pay him money? Yes. And it starts off around $10,000 to be in the same room as him where he does these events. So sometimes what happens is when you see other people, you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this really like, like, am I the only one missing out? If you don't have a funnel, then I'm going to tell you straight up, you are missing out. So these are the 5 essential elements, okay? Traffic, funnels, offer, follow up, and I'm going to walk you guys through these, okay? Traffic, funnels, offer, follow up, sales. So let's go through them one by one, okay? So first of all, traffic is essentially people coming into your shop. Okay, traffic is website visitors, aka people. The more people that you can bring in into your funnels, you want to look at your funnels as the shop. Okay, it's the shop front, it's how the shop is positioned. So, for example, if you go to your supermarket, you'll see there's different aisles. Yes or no? There's aisles where they sell, you know, water, bakery. Different aisles support different things. So, in your business, do you have 1, 2, even 3 different products and services that fit 2 to 3 different people? Are you guys getting this? So the reason why we want to have this is because some people will come in and they don't want what you have to offer as a whole. They just want one part of it. So sometimes people come to us, for example, and they say, hey, I want everything. Okay, I want traffic, I want funnels, I want offer help, I want to meet you in person, I want to record videos with you, I want you to email your list. Okay, so that's our full high ticket, big done for you packages. Okay, and let's just say we sell, you know, 4 or 5 of them a month. Okay, that's one package. Someone else comes in and they say, hey, what's the fastest way to get to $10,000 to $20,000 per month? And I'm okay if it's a group coaching program and I need help with tech, I need help with done for you funnels, I need help with masterminding, with sales, with marketing, with copywriting, with organic marketing, then that's a different offer for them. Does that make sense? Okay, so we'll say, okay, that package is maybe say, you know, $10,000 to $20,000. Then someone else will come in and be like, hey, Shaq, you know, what if I wanted to come and meet you, you know, for 1 day every quarter in London or in America? How much would that cost? So that's a separate consulting agreement. So I want you guys to think about this, right? Because when you go to the shops, you don't just walk into a shop and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to just buy everything in one go. You say, maybe today I need to just buy one item. Tomorrow I'll come in and I'll get another item. Or maybe if you buy one item, it's going to last you for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Is this all making sense to you guys? Okay. By the way, if this is making sense, just type into the chat box right now, it's making sense. Okay. So we talked about traffic, we talked about funnels. The offer is essentially what you are selling. Okay. And sometimes you might be unclear on what you're selling, and that's okay, because we're going to give you some clarity. Okay. We're going to give you some clarity as you come through. I'm going to give you a worksheet as well, and we're going to work with you on crafting out what could you offer. Okay. So what happens if some people don't buy from you? That's where emails come in. How many of you have got an email from me? Okay. All right. I guess we're not doing a good job. I need to send you guys more emails. Okay. How many of you have got a text message from me? Okay. Yeah, we're not doing a good job on those text messages. I think we need to send them 3 to 5 messages a day. Okay. That's a joke, by the way. Okay. So that's called the follow-up. Okay. Now, the next section is the sales element. look, you're not going to make money if you don't have a sales process in place. What is a sales process? It's the ability that you can give to your prospects and to your clients that will take them from starting off to scaling up, making the decisions on what to purchase. Are you guys with me so far? So some people, what they'll do is they'll make lots of valuable content. They'll be so nice to everyone that they meet. They'll have beautiful offers. Oh my gosh, I spent 6 months. I met a gentleman once upon a time. He was in his 50s. He told me that he had lost his first marriage. He had spent $400,000. No, it wasn't 250. It was 400K because another lady had spent 250K. This doctor lady. But the guy had spent $400,000, and he said he went to every single top mastermind, all the biggest gurus stuff. He knew everyone, and he said to me he spent 2 years. Get this, ladies and gentlemen, 2 years of his life building this product. And I said, like, what is this product? And he's like, it's going to help basically people that are in like network marketing and MLM. And I said, wow, like, why'd you do that? And he goes, well, he was passionate a couple of years ago. I said, so what happened? He goes, no, I don't want to work in that marketplace anymore. So I said, well, when you come to us, by the way, we don't teach you how to create products. Okay. What we teach you is how to sell products, get the money first, and then build products. How many of you like my idea? Okay. So some of you are thinking, no, but I don't have a digital course. Who said anything about you need to have a digital course? We have to have a funnel that gets people to give you money. Now, let me just say, hey, Tony Thompson, are you there? Let's just say Tony. Tony, do you have a digital course right now? You have a digital course? Are you selling it right now? Are you making sales right now actively? A little bit, okay? So a little bit means you need help to get more. Okay, so now watch this. Most people, they spend months, even years building a course. What we teach our clients to do is you pre-sell and you collect the cash first. Are you with me? So for example, Todd, who's recently just joined us, instead of Todd spending, say, 6 months to 2 years building a course, which is what most people do, which is what a lot of the gurus will teach you, we will teach Todd and we will give him the systems to go and pre-sell first, get cash. Now, let's just say he's collected 50K to 100K cash. Do you think it's going to motivate him and put some pressure on him to go and create a course? Guys, this is what I've been doing my entire life. Why? Because the first time I got into this industry, someone said to me, the big mistake people make is they spend months and years of their life essentially building programs. And I said, man, I'm in 40K of debt. I owe every single person I know in my life money. I don't have bloody 2 years. Okay, anyone else feel like that? Like, I don't have 2 to 3 years. What do you think this is? I was like, I don't have this much time. Like, I need to go out and make some money right now so I can pay off these debts. Because every time I go home, my dad's asking me for that $5,000 that he lent me like 2 years ago. So I said to myself, okay, I have to master this ability to get traffic, get funnels, get offers up and selling, have automated follow-ups in place, okay? And this is what I realized. These are the 5 elements of business success, okay? Sure, once you start making more than 100K, 250K, you can focus on the finances and operations and customer service and admin, but don't get too fancy. Simplify so that you can scale, okay? Simple scales. If you make it fancy, fancy fails. Who likes the sound of that? Okay, so with us, okay, look, we have over 15 money-making, cash-sucking funnels in our business. But I can assure you right now, no one here is remotely going to get access to all 15 because you're probably going to give up on the first day that you see this. But remember, it's also taken me 13 years to get to this place where I can build a funnel, get it profitable in about 30 to 60 days, and boom, it can start printing money. What I mean by printing money, write this down. Printing money equals spending $1 to make 2 or 3. Some of our funnels right now, if we spend $1,000, we can easily make $5,000 to $10,000 back. Are you guys seeing the power in this? How many of you would like a funnel like this? Type in, I want a funnel. Let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through, okay? By the way, Hamza, are you there? Mehroz, are you there?
Yep.
So we have a handful of new people that have joined us. Okay. If you want a funnel, we have a lot of people saying that they want a funnel. If you want to work with us, okay, it's by application only. We have to make sure that you're going to be a real good fit. That you're going to be able to follow our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, everything that we outline. Okay, because we want everyone here. Okay, especially I think it's like 13 people that we're going to select from the 100 people. We want everyone here to have 100% success rate. Okay, and what that means is, if you're looking for a get rich quick program, if you're lazy, you don't want to do any work, and you expect money to fall from the sky because you've been watching The Secret and Shark Tank all day long, okay, this is not going to be for you. But if you're serious and it's going to take a little bit of effort or a lot of effort, and you're prepared to do the work, so just like I said, that fourth turning, you can be prepared, you can be ahead of the curve. Okay, in that book, Fourth Turning, it says you got until 2025 to get your ducks in a row. Let's just say you have maybe they're off by 1 or 2 years. That means you have maximum 3 years. Okay. Now I know my own track record is I went from zero, buried in debt, to $1 million cash in 3 years. So I know, and this was when I was like 23 years old. Okay. I've got a little bit more experience now. Okay. Humbly speaking. But when I was starting off, this was my first experience. So I'm very confident. I've had many students that have gone from zero to $1 million and beyond in under 3 years. Okay. So if you are truly serious, you're like, okay, I really want to build my courage and confidence. I want to develop new skills, high income skills. I want cash flowing businesses, okay, where I have multiple funnels. I want you, if you haven't yet, go to the link, Hamza or Mehroz, if you can post that, Amanda, if you can post that link there. Okay, it's called salesfunnelschallenge.com audit. And if you post that there, okay, I want you, and you can do this whilst we're on the call, okay? If you've done this once, if you've booked your call, please do not book a call again, just because we have a lot of people, okay? And if you book your call, and for any reason you can't make it, you have to let my team know. Otherwise, if you miss the call, we are not going to allow reschedules, okay? So you have only one shot, just because we have so many people that want to work with us, okay? So there's Hamza, he just posted a link, check that out. Now, let me go back to the power of funnels. What I discovered was, as soon as I understood that every funnel here, okay, it has a formula, okay? It has a formula, and I broke this down, and I guarantee you, once you understand this, ladies and gentlemen, it's like your brain just opens up, and then you can see how other people have been selling to you. How many of you would like that ability by a show of hands? Okay. Yeah. So I want to show you what this looks like, because, the old way of making money is practically dead. So the end goal, this is it. Okay. Is we want to have a product, a service, a funnel. We want to have a process, a system. Okay. Almost like a vending machine, that when people come in, they come in over here, and as they get educated, they learn more, then they come in and buy our back-end programs. Okay. Now, what happens is if we go over here, I'm going to show you the funnels methodology. Okay. And this funnels methodology is something I developed after building my own business from 0 to 7 figures. Okay. And the first time I made $1 million with this, which $1 million is essentially $3,000 a day. Okay. You want to write this down. $1 million equals $3,000 a day. And let me ask you this. If you could make $1 million, which is only $3,000 a day, if your product is $3,000, or if the service that we're going to help you build, okay, and so you can do this even if you have absolutely zero experience. Some people think, but I'm not a marketing expert. That's fine. You don't need to be. You become one. Okay, but I don't have any experience in sales. That's fine. You can outsource all of the sales. I have people that are on my team that I've built in the past. They only get paid on commission. How many of you would love to have your own salespeople that you only pay them after they've made you money? Look, everyone's hand goes up. Okay, well, this is a reality. Okay, in my 20s, I had a team of 55 staff members, and about 20, maybe 25 of them used to be just salespeople. Okay, and they would make me millions and millions and crazy millions. And I wouldn't ever talk to any client. I wouldn't talk to anybody, because my team would just do everything. Okay, and so I want to make that a reality for a handful of you guys. Now, let me ask you a question. If a funnel could, forget making $3,000 a day, which is $84,000 a month. Let's just say a funnel could make you even $10,000 per month. Okay, just like what I shared with you before, $10,000 a month is about $120,000 a year. How many of you think investing $20,000 to make 120K is a great investment? Raise your hand if you think that. Now, two things will happen as soon as you think that. One is, oh my gosh, I got to go find $20,000 to invest so I can have a funnel and I can get coaching. How many of you immediately thought like that? Okay, yeah. And then the second thought that would come in is like, oh my gosh, $20,000 sounds like a lot of money. It is if you're trying to sell a $100 program. But if you sold a $5,000 digital course or a service, you only need 4 measly sales to make all your money back. Yes or no? There's 3 billion people that use Facebook every single day. You can go and get 4 customers. Okay, it's not that hard. Okay, and one of the beautiful things that we do is we show you how to make your first $250,000 with 0 paid ads. How many of you like the sound of that? Okay, so this way you have a lot of confidence, you have a lot of cash in the bank, and it works because this is the methodology that I developed. So who's ready? I'm going to share this with you. So first and foremost, the funnels methodology. The first step, F. F stands for finding your dream client. Okay, finding your dream client. And you guys want to do this exercise as we go along. Okay, so let's just say, who is your dream client? And most importantly, where is your ideal customers? Okay, where are these ideal customers and clients? Are they on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn? Are they on your competition? Are they on Snapchat? Are they on TikTok? Whatever the case is, you have to identify where are they. And the big mistake people make is they're trying to find their customers everywhere. Okay, most of my customers, by the way, okay, come from actually Facebook. How many of you came from Facebook? Let's do this right now, actually. Let's do this right now. How many of you here came from Facebook? Raise your hand. I want to see your faces. Okay. How many of you came from Instagram? Okay, few. How many of you came from YouTube? YouTube, 1. Let's see. Okay, Todd, you came from YouTube. Did you come from a YouTube ad or did you come from YouTube organic? Did you just came across a video?
Organic.
Okay, so do you see why my company and I were doubling down on Facebook and on YouTube organic? So I'm just giving you guys, okay, I hold no secrets. All right, 2 traffic sources that we're doubling down on is Facebook and YouTube. Okay, I almost don't even care about Instagram and LinkedIn and all the other stuff because I know I can scale my business just using these 2 platforms. Now, when people come in from these 2 platforms, okay, this is one of the strategies that you can do, which is a client hunting strategy, which is you go and find out where is your customers on Facebook groups, on LinkedIn groups, on Instagram. You add them as a friend. On Instagram, what do? You follow people, you like their post, you send them a DM to connect. Yes or no? Okay. The way we teach our clients is a little bit different. We call it the client attraction system. Okay. And what is the client attraction system? It's essentially people come to you instead of you chasing them. How many of you like the idea of that? Where is my picture gone? Okay, the picture just disappeared. That's how powerful this is. Okay, I don't know why the picture just disappeared. That's weird. Okay, so how many of you guys get what I'm saying? Now, you are all here because an ad attracted you to come to me. Yes or no? Graham and Patricia, I didn't go to your house today, Samin, knock on the door and say, hey, you need to come to my Zoom class and join my challenge. Okay, what I did is I placed tiny little ads all over the internet, and these ads went out into the world, and then they got me the right people. Okay, they got me right people. So you'll see about 95% of people here, they're 35 and over. Look around. You guys see that? Okay. You also see that the majority of people that will come in will be from USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and some of them from all over. Can you guys see this, ladies and gentlemen? So now let me ask you this question. Does my funnel work? Yes or no? Yeah, forget the awards and stuff. I know it's kind of hard to ignore these awards. But forget the awards. You're here right now. You're experiencing this. Number 2, Does my targeting work? Yes or no? Yeah. This is not by luck, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is not like, oh yeah, I'm hoping and I'm praying. Because write this down. Most people are hoping and praying for clients. My students and I, we don't have to hope and pray. We do like to pray, but we don't like to hope and pray for clients. What we like to do is set up a system. So the system, aka the funnel can get us our ideal clients. Okay. The next one is you got to understand your pricing. Okay. So the first big mistake people make is they are charging way too little for their pricing. So I'll give you guys an example over here. Okay. Just like yesterday, I talked about these pens that I have. What are my pens? Those Mont Blanc pens, right? So these pens, they're on the very expensive side, should I say, or they're reassuringly priced for the right customer. How's that? Okay. AKA, my dad would never buy a $500 pen. Okay. I seem to have a knack for buying these expensive pens, 500, $1,000, because it's just something that I really value. This is called also a tiered pricing structure that this company sells. Same way, if you look at the biggest companies in the world, like Apple, okay? So sometimes what happens is, okay, people look at this and they're like, oh my gosh, but how do I create my own products? Before you even do that, let me give you the money metrics, okay, that will multiply your wealth, okay? So first and foremost, let's just say we wanted to make $50,000 per month. Okay, there's two ways to do this. One is you sell $5,000 for a product or a service, and you sell 10 of them, and that gives you $50,000. The other one is you sell a $50 product, and you have to sell 1,000 of them to make $50,000. Which one is easier, A or B? Type into the chat box. Which one is easier, A or B? Okay, write this down. I'm curious. Who knows which one is easier to go from 0 to 50K a month? How many of you say A? How many of you say B? Absolutely, A. Everyone's saying A. So now if I ask you, all of you that are saying A, what's the one thing that's holding you back from creating your own $5,000 product? It could be, and let me write this down, it could be $5,000. So what's holding you back, right? What's holding you back right now? Okay, so, because like I explained to you, the opportunity is there. So what's holding you back? Maybe you don't know what to sell. So maybe you don't know what to sell, which is, by the way, what to sell, which is around 85% of all customers that come to us. So for example, if we selected 13 people right now, today, this week, out of 13 people, at least 10 of them will have no idea what they want to sell. So I want to tell you something. You're not alone. Okay, it's okay. Are you guys with me so far? Okay, so next we go over here, and next thing we want to know is, maybe you don't know what to sell. Second thing is, there's so many options. Okay, so the few options that we recommend to make 10K to 50K per month is an agency business model, okay, where you are the middleman, where you provide services, aka you are the middleman or middlewoman, okay, middleman. We can recommend affiliate marketing, where you sell other people's stuff. What's holding you back? Let's go through this. Affiliate marketing, selling other people's stuff, okay. My favorite one, I've got two. One is getting certified, okay, as a funnels consultant, and then essentially partnering up with something like us, where you can resell our funnels to other business owners. How many of you would love to do something like that? Just by show of hands, I'm curious. Who'd be interested? Okay, so that's one, right? Look around. Okay, this is a high in demand. And my other favorite one is launching your own high ticket offer where people pay you anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 plus for your expertise. This is what I call the guru formula. Okay, and tomorrow I'm going to break down 7 steps of the guru formula. Now, by show of hands, how many of you would be interested in launching your own high ticket offers and products and services? Raise your hand. Look around. I got to tell you, you're the smart ones, okay? Because guess which one is the most profitable? The last one, okay? Now, people are like, but I want to do affiliate marketing. That's fine. I'm just telling you, if you're asking me, I'm here to mentor you. The one that makes the most amount of money is the last and final one, okay? And so tomorrow I have 7 steps. How many steps? 7. And I'm going to walk you through these, because these 7 steps have generated me as much as $600,000 to $1 million a month after month, year after year, for multiple years. How many of you would like to see the inner workings of that by a show of hands? Okay, you do not want to miss tomorrow. Trust me, when I say this, like, it's called the guru formula. I call it the GSF method. You need to show up. You need to show up. It's going to be intense. It's going to be amazing. So I've shared with you a couple of different business models, agency business model, affiliate marketing, certified, launching your own high ticket stuff. Okay. And then the last one is software. Okay. Now, the thing is, with software, unless you have a lot of money, I would recommend you stay away from this one, because it is dangerous, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can waste a lot of money. Okay. In the past, I have lost a lot of money in my early 20s, launching different software businesses and whatnot. Okay. Is this still making sense to you guys? So we got to understand different pricing, and price is what people pay for the value that they get. So for some people, and this is a very personalized thing. Okay. So for example, when I go over here and I grab some of these pens, okay, you may think to yourself, this is just a normal pen. What's the big deal? But because I have been a customer of this company, Mont Blanc, and I actually just saw the Mont Blanc mountains recently in Switzerland, I'm okay to spend $500 to $1,000 for these pens because of the value that I get. You guys get that? Okay, it's the same reason. Why do people wear Rolexes or fancy watches, or why do they have a Rolls Royce when they can buy a normal car? And I want you guys to understand this. It's status. Do you guys get that? Okay, write this down, because this stuff no one's teaching you. Okay. I was listening to a talk 2 days ago, and he was saying even Sigmund Freud, who's this main psychologist that wrote all these books, which I don't agree with everything that he says, but even he missed out the fact that people are attracted to others because of status. How many times have you seen someone on stage or talking in public, or on webinars, or on videos, and you're just magnetized by that person? How many? And you'll sit there in front of your computer for hours and hours, and that person is talking, and you're thinking to yourself, how do I go and find the money to give this guy money or this girl money? How many of you have ever thought like that? I know this, okay, because people will tell me, hey, I've watched 5 hours of your videos. I know who you are. You don't know me, but I want to do business with you. Okay, actually, Todd was one of those guys. Okay, I didn't have to sell him. He came in already sold. He's like, no, I've looked at everyone, and you're the guy I want to work with. I said, okay. And I was thinking to myself, because he had booked a call, and then I was thinking to myself, no, I need him to watch like 10, 20 hours of my YouTube videos. And I'm pretty sure maybe he watched a few videos, but he came pre-sold, pre-motivated, predisposed, and excited to come and do business with us. Does that make sense? So what I want to share with you today and tomorrow and over these 5 days is how to build your status up. Because I can assure you, and tomorrow when I go through the EBM model, when you build your status in life, okay, you're going to get recognized, you're going to get rewarded, and you're going to get paid handsomely. Are you guys following me? Okay, and this took me a long time to crack. Okay, because like I wouldn't say I'm the smartest in the room, but I have been around lots of smart people, which naturally makes me learn real fast. How many of you would love to build your status? Great question, Amanda. Okay, remember, if you have status like these pens do, you can charge, and people will pay for status. Are you guys with me? Okay. Okay. There's a reason why you have Starbucks coffee versus what's the other one? What's the other cheap one? Is it Tim Hortons? There's like when I go to America, there's always like a cheap one. And then I'm like, I don't want to go to those ones, like Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know what they're called, Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons or something. In Canada, I used to see it, right? And then I'd always go and choose the nice coffee shops. How many of you guys like nice teas and nice coffees? Okay, anyone else? It's just me. Okay, those are just a few things that I really value in life. Okay, I have some really nice fine tea in front of me, actually. Oh. Okay, Sharon says, I trust you, Shaqir. Status also brings a level of trustness. Okay, how many of you trust someone called Tony Robbins? Look around. Okay, so why? Because he's built what we call the guru status. Okay, and I have a handful of things tomorrow I'm going to share with you. I promise no one's ever taught you this stuff, and once you get it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is what's missing in my business. You guys with me so far? So someone just said I have his first set of tapes. If you guys can remember what tapes are. Okay, next thing, let me go through. So for your products and services, what we want to do is make sure, ladies and gentlemen, okay, is we have to have a great product or service. And the easiest ways to do this is we have to have something that's already in demand and it provides a solution for an existing problem. And the worst thing people do is they try to sell a cure rather than so they try to sell a cure rather than prevention. So let me give you an example. If Amanda was selling a program, okay, on how to get your first 5 clients using Facebook, okay, and I came in and I said how to get clients using Facebook using paid ads. If I just added one extra thing, now I'm targeting a different segment of the audience, yes or no? Okay, the more targeted that you can get, the better off your conversions are going to be. So for yesterday, remember I talked about, if you sold time management for $97, then you turned it into time management for entrepreneurs, you can charge $250. Now, if you said time management for doctors that have 100+ employees, now you can charge $10,000. What if you had a similar, instead of time management, you had a sales training program? One of my clients recently, okay, he's been in the sales training game. So he basically teaches people how to sell. He just got hired by a company in America that have, I think, 20,000 insurance agents. Guess how much they paid him? Someone take a guess. For a sales training. Don, take a guess. Write it down. I want to see you guys. Right. Let me see whose brain is working. 100K, no idea. 50K, $10,000, 100K. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to think bigger. 150K. Okay, he got paid $800,000. Isn't that crazy? And he said to me, Shaq, this is what he said. He said, they didn't even haggle. They found out the price. They sent one wire. How many of you would love to have clients like that? And you know what's even crazier? I said, you know what, Jay, how did they, it was actually my friend called Jeremy. And I said, Jeremy, how did they find you? He goes, oh, they watched my TikTok videos and they referred their videos to someone else. And then they called me up, they called my team, and basically we closed the deal for $800,000, one wire. Let's give them a big round of applause, you guys. Okay, that's the power of what I'm sharing with you here. Let me give me a second. Mikey, I'm still having that challenge. Let's go. Where do I do undo? No, I just turned the iPad off. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna carry on. Okay, next one is niching down your marketing message. Okay, niching down your marketing message. There you go. I think it's to just undo erase. Okay, now I've erased it. Okay, niching down your marketing message. So, what essentially niching down your marketing message means is here's a framework. Okay, here's the framework that you guys can use, which is I help X audience to achieve or do or be or have X amount of results in just this time frame without these frustrations. Okay, so they can finally achieve XYZ. So let's just do this. I help motivated 40 plus females drop 5 to 10 pounds in just 6 weeks without restrictive, boring diets, so that they can finally feel more confident, energetic, and like their old selves again. Did you guys get that? So the more specific, and I'm going to just post this here for you guys, okay? Okay, everybody, here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this together right now, okay? There's no time like the present to get things done, okay? By the way, with my clients, this is how we work as well. We'll do intensive work sessions, and this is what we will do. So everybody go in, and I'm going to just post this here. Okay, so this is the post I want you guys all to go in. If you see here, it says, your message is about being cut directly through the noise and communicate specifically what you do. Okay, so I wrote, I hope struggling, okay, here's where I want you to go and post, okay? I hope struggling marketers get to 10K per month within 30 days without building their own funnel so they can earn more while it's working less. Okay, can you guys see that? Go ahead, okay? This is what I want you guys to do. So my team is gonna start, Amanda, Samin, and by the way, you can just make this up, okay? You can just say, hey, I hope, just find, hey, I hope people get on camera and be confident so that without being shy, extroverted, or filled with anxiety, so they can finally have courage and confidence. I just made that one up, okay? I hope men have better skin in 7 days without putting on extra chemicals or whatever, without I don't know, without something, a pain point, frustration, so they can finally feel XYZ. Okay, so think about what is it that you do. Okay, so for example, like Angela, I help entrepreneurs launch their first challenge and get their first 5 paying clients using Facebook groups. Okay, I'm just like making this up as I go. Mehroz, you know, I hope 7 and 8 figure business owners get more booked calls without them having to spend hours DMing others, so they can finally focus on their genius zone. Do you guys get that? Okay, your ability to come up with these messages will command premium level clients. Okay, and I remember this because once upon a time, I had just started making money in this was about 10 years ago. And you know, when you first start making money, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was like, I'm going to spend, I'm going to buy whatever, you know, everything I can afford now. And I remember being in Malaysia, okay, in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, a beautiful place. And I was staying at this hotel called the G Tower Hotel. And I think I was doing breakfast. I meet this girl. She was, I think, having breakfast, or she was alone or something. Anyway, I start talking, and then she pitches me on getting into the newspaper. She tells me she works for this newspaper called the Daily Star. Okay, and by the way, as I'm sharing this story, I want you guys to go and do this, okay? Because this is why it's so important. So what happens is, she pitches me. I think it was like maybe $5 grand or $7.5 grand, whatever it was. I pay her a bunch of money, and then she tells me, okay, you just send a picture of yourself. And at the time, I used to have like long, greasy hair. Okay, so I sent her a picture with myself with long, greasy hair, like this long hair. And she goes, what do you want, like the headline and the copy and all of this stuff to be? And I said, and I was so proud of, you know, making my first $1 million, right? I said, put ex construction worker, ex Bangladeshi construction worker becomes millionaire. Okay, write that down. So she writes it down, and you know, the ad goes out. Okay, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, there's going to be like hundreds of people. It's Malaysia. And I remember like going downstairs, waking up in the morning, putting on a suit, going downstairs, and I'm looking for the room. I'm looking for where's all the people at, okay? Because I don't see a huge chunk of people. And I kid you not, I go from room to room, and then it's got my, when you go into a hotel room, they've got your name before next to the door. So my name is on there. And I'm thinking, there's not hundreds of people here. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 6 people in there. So I'm like, okay, let me just go and see what's up. I go in and I'm looking around, hoping that other people are going to walk in, except no one else is walking in. And I start asking them, what do you do? And what do you think they did? They were on the lunch break. They were doing construction work. They were Bangladeshis. And I realized, because my ad said ex-Bangladeshi construction worker becomes millionaire, I started attracting them. And then I realized, okay, so I pitched them my program, $1,600. No one bought. And then at the end, I think I pitched 2 people for $25 a month. Okay, I had to sell something. And when I came back to London, I said to myself, you know what? I have to make sure that when I start doing events and webinars, I have to get the messaging right. Does this make sense? So, with our mastermind program, write this down. Copywriting is one of the top 3 skills you must learn when it comes to marketing and building a business. One of the reasons why business owners struggle is they can't effectively communicate what they're selling, how they sell it, who they sell it to, why the person should buy right now. Are you guys getting this? Okay, in their mind, they think, oh my gosh, I got the greatest product, but it doesn't matter how great it is in your mind or how great you look on social media. If you do not have the ability to craft a message that compels people to come to you, okay, and pay attention to you, then you're not going to be able to get them to make a buying decision. Does this make sense, everyone? So when I came to London, my headlines for my events would change: create CEO level income working from home. Who do you think I started attracting? A higher caliber of people. So for you, one of the benefits of our VIP mastermind is we actually do 5 live calls we do these calls every single day. So in a week, you get 5 calls, and one of them is from a master, absolute master. It's actually a lady that teaches this class, and she's just well loved by everyone in the company. And she teaches the power of copywriting. So she does copywriting for emails, for sales pages. She helps you refine your messaging so you can attract the right people. Now, by show of hands, how many of you feel like you would need help with your messaging? Write this down. If you get the messaging right, the money comes easier. Okay. So let's see who's been writing, and so I can go in and check. Okay, cool. Holly Jensen says, I help youth teens gain freedom from their addictions. Okay, guys, this is where you need to post. Okay, go and post in this group right now. I'm just going to add you guys. Some new people are joining us. Okay, so if you're just joining us, you need to go into the group and you need to post right now. Okay, so you can see what other people have said. I help people reach the life they want to live fast and easy. I help businesses migrate their physical businesses. I help stuck women to quit their day job. Kevin says, I help luxury travelers find the perfect tropical island. I help entrepreneurs obtain their ideal clients. I help people to build autopilot systems. I help 9-to-5 employees. I help woo-woo women. What does woo-woo woman mean? Okay, who's a woo-woo woman here? I know what that means. I help woo-woo women leave unfulfilling jobs so they can get paid to do their divine spiritual work. Wow. Okay. I help people leave their 9-to-5 jobs. I help people make extra. I help men and women 40 years and over to achieve their health objectives. Okay. Increasing libido, testosterone in a short time by introducing FDA registered CGMP vitamins. Wow. What a mouthful. Okay. There you go, man. Anyone that needs help, hit up Lisa Cohen. Okay. So they can get back to themselves and continue the next phase of their life. Okay, good stuff. Who else do we have? I help consultants. I help coaches. Finally, a doctor that helps health-conscious baby boomers to improve how they feel. Okay, so Scott Kwiatkowski. Okay, he's a doctor. Johnny, I help creative entrepreneurs. I help women educators. I help wellness and fitness. Okay, go ahead and just model after this. Okay, I want to see who's doing this. We've got 60 people here. So I'm going to need all 60 of you to go and comment right now on this, okay? And like I said, if you don't know, it's okay. Just make one up, okay? Are you guys with me so far? All right, good stuff. Okay, let's go. We've got a handful. I'm going to give you 2 more minutes for everyone to come in and finish up. Let's see. All right, so, okay. I need this help too. Janine says, I hope this. Lawana, go into the Facebook group and post this. I help weight loss surgery patients. Wow. Okay, you guys are awesome. Okay, so we're going to give it 1 more minute for you guys to finish up on this. And if you're not part of the group yet, you need to make sure that you join the group. So then that way you can post on here. Okay, this is the thread. And remember, this is part of your homework. Okay, so I'm going to be checking who's actually doing this. And then hoping you guys, and some of you who are just crushing it, you've done day 1 homework, day 2 homework, you're in for a real treat. I have some really special things for you guys. Okay, so next one is we want to nail down the marketing system. Okay, so we talked about niching down. Okay, niche, the other N stands for, this N stands for nailing down your marketing system. Okay, so what is your marketing system? Your marketing system is, and we'll go through this tomorrow, okay? But essentially, your marketing system is what are the different steps people can take and the actions that they can go through, okay? So if you see here, someone who's coming in, ominous, depressed, ill, beaten by age, okay? And then they're going over, you know, obese, overweight, optimal, they're driven, they're secure, improved by age. You know, the pant size is basically getting smaller. If you see, they're going from struggling to showing off. Okay. So the fat loss program for men 45 to 65, that takes you from inflated to elated in 90 days. Okay. So if you are someone who's 45 to 65 years old and you're a male and you start coming across this, would this speak to you? Maybe, right? So what we want to do, again, and tomorrow we're going to go through this, the way the marketing system works is this, okay? We want to have a way where we can get people to come in and check out what we have, like a landing page, an opt-in page. Then what we want to do is we want to have a sales letter or a sales page or a webinar. And then because we're going to be offering high ticket programs, we want them to come in and book a phone call. Does that make sense? Okay. And the reason why we want to book a phone call with them, because to attract high ticket clients, we want to ensure that we can have a conversation with them. Okay. So just general rule of thumb, write this down. If you sell anything, $97 to $1,000, you typically don't have to talk to people. Okay. And we teach you how to do that, just like my sales funnels challenge. However, if you want to make your first 100K to your first $1 million, we always recommend with high ticket programs. Okay. If you want to sell, remember this, over $1,000 to $10,000, $50,000 programs, people will not just come to your website and buy. Okay. Those days are long gone. They want to have a phone call and connect with you. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, some people, if you have setters, if you have real great marketing, you have guru positioning, tomorrow I'll talk about this. Okay. Then you can easily sell $10,000, $25,000 programs. Sometimes people will come in and they'll buy a $30,000 program from my business, from my company, and they won't even talk to me. How many of you would love to have a system like that? Okay. Where you can actually own your time, right? Like, so then that way you can do things that you truly love doing. Okay, instead of always being grinding and hustling. So next step is exciting your prospects. Okay, write this down. Number one sin of marketing is being boring. Okay, that's what it is. If you think you're boring, then we got to work on it. Okay, we got to work on your offers. We got to work on your personality. We got to work. Listen, no one starts off like, oh yeah, I have this great personality. Okay, some people do. Okay, but most people, they don't. So you can work on it, okay? Don't be boring. There you go, Amanda. Thanks for telling everyone, okay? Don't be boring, okay? If you don't smile, then you got to learn to smile, okay? If you want, this is something that, again, I wanted to make this challenge, this funnels workshop, way more than just talking about funnels, right? Like I want to give you the deep insights, okay? So one of the things that can get your prospects excited is you having high energy, okay? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Okay, if you have high energy, okay, if you have high energy, guess what happens? Okay, people are going to be attracted to you. People get attracted to people with energy. Who agrees? Okay, I'm telling you this now. I've seen people, make so much money because of their energy. Okay, if you are somebody, how many of you have read the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill? Or you've come across it, you've heard of it? Okay, in that book, there's one of these chapters, and I remember, like, I was reading it when I was like 19, 20 years old, nearly 15 years ago. And in the book, he talked about how to have and the importance of developing a pleasing personality. Okay, so that means, like, do you have the ability to please somebody? Like, when you are speaking to someone, can you find out what are the pains, problems, frustrations, dreams, desires, real fast? And do you have the ability to influence and persuade them? If not, then this is something that you want to develop. Okay, and by the way, all of these things that I'm sharing with you, okay, none of it's a secret. It's just a matter of learning, doing, and then finding a mentor, whether that's me or someone else, and joining a mastermind, whether it's our mastermind or someone else's mastermind, and getting to the goal that you want. So just keep this in mind. Okay, so what's one of the ways that we excite our prospects? Well, first of all, you have to be exciting. Okay, number one sin is being boring. So you want to be always working on developing a pleasing personality, show personal interest in your audience. Okay, so when people are coming into your opt-in pages, your webinars, your social media profiles, okay, pay attention to them. If you noticed, okay, when you guys and girls go and do your homework, okay, me and my team, we always go and read, we always give you feedback on the Facebook group on your homework. Yes or no? Okay, guess what happens? If you do this, people will start to know, like, and trust you. Okay, some of you have no idea who I am. You just joined me on a challenge. Some of you have been following me for many years. And some of you are here just by sheer coincidence, okay? However, the reason why you want to have this is because the more engaged people are, the more they're going to take massive action, okay? So in here, we will share the stages. For example, different clients will come in and we'll break down their processes and how we deliver an excellent world-class experience, okay? Is we go above and beyond for our clients, okay? So for example, and again, you can do this yourself. So I'll just give you one or two examples. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. So I looked at the marketplace, and most of the people, when they sell you a program, they do once or twice a week coaching calls. How many of you have experienced that? You've spent a bunch of money, put it on a credit card, and then you realize, okay, you know what? As great as this is, I'm not getting the results. How many of you have experienced that by show of hands? Okay. So what we figured out is we have to make sure that our clients don't get left behind. So what we done, instead of doing, I used to do once a week calls, then we extended it to 5 times a week live calls. So what we realized is, for example, let's just say Graham comes in and today he's learning from me on strategy and taking action and overcoming different systems and whatnot, mental systems. He might have a challenge with sales. So guess what we did? I got my sales expert who's been closing and doing high ticket sales for 35 years. Okay, that's older than me. So he comes in and now he teaches every single Wednesday on sales. Does that make sense? So then clients are like, but we don't know how to do copy. So guess what we do? We come out and we bring in my copywriting expert. Do you see, with every single problem, we anticipate what is the solution? Are you guys with me so far? Is this making sense? Just type into the chat box if it's making sense, guys. Okay. And then Hamza, are you there? So if we can also get, let's go through. Okay, exciting your prospects. Okay, how I deliver, how to increase customer lifetime value. You can integrate different systems where now you can offer affiliate programs and rewards. So in our programs, we offer up to, I think it's around $3,000 in commissions for people sending referrals. Does this make sense, you guys? Okay, so for example, if you joined and you referred customers to us, okay, then you could get paid around $3,000 commissions. Are you guys getting this? So if you referred 4 customers a month, you could make an extra $12,000 to even $20,000 a month. Who likes the idea of that? Look around. See, that's something that excites our prospects and our clients, right? So, okay, next one, L, leveraging group coaching. Okay, I want you guys to write this down. How many of you do one-on-one coaching or one-on-one work? Okay, if you do one-on-one coaching, one-on-one work, this is not the most scalable thing. Are you guys getting this? What we want to do is we want to have something called one-to-many. Write that down. One-to-many. What is one-to-many? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to have a group coaching program so that you have what's called leveraged effort. Okay, instead of you doing one-on-one, okay, I don't do one-on-one at all. A client has to pay 25K to 35K, sometimes even more if they have to fly out or whatever. And then they have to sometimes fly down to London for 1 day of in-person consulting. Okay, because what I found is, look, in my business, I can make $30,000 in a day. So if I give my time away, I'm not getting that time back. Does that make sense? So here's something that I've done. When I do 1 day consulting sessions, I record it on my phone. I record it on camera. Okay, so that way, now it's part of a recorded product. Okay, now I won't sell this unless the client gives me permission, but I can also share it with the client. So if the client gets stuck on, let's just say, scaling, he can just watch 1 or 2 videos. Does that make sense, you guys? Do you see the leverage in this? Okay, next thing, doing group training programs. So this is obviously me doing, this program, by the way, I started during the pandemic, okay? So this specific program with the challenge, just like that, you can see there's Reynold actually there. This is Reynold here, okay, over here. He's been with me for about the last 7-8 years. And so the last one here is structuring for scale. Okay, so your business, it needs to be structured in a way that you can scale without sacrificing your soul, without you being sleazy. How many of you would love to build a business based on your values so you can leave a great legacy for later on? How many? Right? So one of the ways you do that is the foundation has to be correct. This is why, some people will be like, they'll tell me that they've been doing affiliate marketing for, I'm like, okay, for how long? 1 year, 2 year, 5 years? Okay. But they still haven't transitioned out into building their own full-time business. Does that make sense? Because see, when you do stuff like affiliate marketing, network marketing, all of these things change so quickly, so fast, that if you don't have the right foundation, then after 1 or 2 years, you're either making no money or no one knows who you are. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, if you look at, and again, I don't want to brag or boast, but if you look at my business, for 13 years, I've been relevant every single year. Are you guys getting this? Even the 2 years that I was away, I still had systems and funnels and ads and emails and my team publishing videos. We still was there. So this is what I want to share with you. Okay. And this is really what helped me go from 0 to $1 million. Okay. Understanding, hey, we make money on the back end. Okay, so how many of you guys would love to learn, and not just learn, but you also want to have your own funnels with us by a show of hands? Okay, so like I said, if you haven't booked in your call, Mehroz, are you there? Do this, okay? Robert goes, morals have kept me broke. I get it. Maybe you got to change a few of those beliefs, okay? So scroll on. Yep. Mehrose, if you can post a link, okay? Book a phone call today, because I'm going to share with you guys something really powerful right now, because this is what helped me grow my businesses 10 times, okay? And how this worked, okay? How this worked, guys, is people see this. What they don't see is really entrepreneurs make up only 3% of the population who are responsible for the increased living standards and livelihoods of basically the other 97% of people. So I wanted to see, hey, so many people just like you, they come to us and they say, hey, can we get step-by-step processes? And I say, okay, tomorrow we're going to share with you how we help startup agencies, entrepreneurs. I'm going to show you the guru formula. I'm going to show you how to create and sell premium level programs that are $1,500, $3,000, $10,000 and beyond. Okay. And I want to give you, this is just, actually, I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it today, but I am going to share with you guys this because I strongly believe that from my own results and my top clients, okay, you only need one funnel to break through to 6 figures and beyond. How many believe that? Okay. You do not need to do 10 things. You do not need to be on social media all day long, slaving away. You don't need to be talking to people one by one. What you can do is have a system where people come to you. Does that make sense? And if people come to you, are they going to be much more prone to be doing business with you? Yes or no? Absolutely. And so one worksheet that I have prepared for you guys is on here, okay? And this is called, let me just go through this. Okay, there you go. Okay, this is for day 2. So ask yourself, what are the different lead magnets that you can offer? So for example, what is the free product that you can give? This magnet stands for the lead magnet. So here I can give away, let's just type in free report on top 5 funnel mistakes. Okay, the price of this is 0. Actually, I'll send you guys this link right now so all of you can start doing this with me. How's that, you guys? Okay, so this is the day 2 worksheets. Okay, the details, free report. Why am I creating it? Why? To educate prospects on power of funnels and marketing high ticket offers. Okay, what's the email follow-up that I'll have? Okay, or what's the first, after getting them as a lead magnet, what's the email follow-up here? Email series I can send out. Okay, 7 emails. This is the follow-up system. Okay, so remember I talked about traffic, funnels, offer, products, follow-up, sales. Okay, this is the email follow-up. Price, okay, $0. What is it? 7 to 10 emails that introduce who I am, what I do, why I do it, my best kept secrets. Okay, you want to teach the what and sell the implementation. You guys get that? So then what we want to do is, remember, as people go up the ladder, okay, we want to have different price points. So for example, we could have my VIP mastermind. Okay, let's just say this is $20,000, the product. This is say $20,000. And what is it? It's a 90-day accelerator program. Are you guys following me? Okay, and I can add extra details like you get XYZ with it. Okay, my next one could be my a 3-day event, price $2,500. Okay, what is it? It's a 3-day in-person event around traffic, getting traffic. Okay, next one. I can have the Chic Mastermind. Okay, my inner circle mastermind. I've had over 200 people come in for this program. The price point of it is now $50,000. Okay, what is the details? It's 1 year mastermind. Okay, then I have a 120K offer. What is this? It's essentially 12 months of intense, limited to 24 people a year. Okay, let's just say that. What else is it? It's implementation help. Okay, on not 1 but 7 different funnels. You guys get that? So what you want to do is you want to have this $1 million pyramid, and you want to write down, hey, as the price goes up, I want to give more value. So what can you do to give more value? And some of you, maybe you don't have your own product and stuff yet, but let me give you an example. For example, Todd. Hey, Todd, do you want to unmute yourself? Let's do this once we're here.
Yep, I'm in.
So let's just say, what would be a front end free giveaway, free valuable, something that you can give to your prospects?
You're asking it live? Okay, top 10 areas of focus for maximum brain power.
Boom, I like that. Okay. I'm like, whoa, okay, I need that. Straight away. Okay. How many of you would like that as a free report or a free book or something? Right. There you go, Todd. You see that? So he's obviously thought about it. That's why he could just spit it out. And obviously he's got the experience in brain. So then let's just say your first product. What would be your first product? And tell me 3 benefits that you would have. Three details.
On the first product, that free report?
No, if you see over here, the first, paid product, okay, over here.
Well, first paid product. A 12-week mastery class on brain health, focusing on those 10 areas in better detail.
Okay, nice. And how much would you want to charge for that?
$997.
Okay, good. Let me ask you a question. And by the way, guys, this is how I do my research, okay? And I can't go deep into it, okay? But in my mastermind programs, we literally get you to fill out, because what happens is we give everyone, one of my team members will jump on, my right-hand man really, and he'll spend 1 to 3 hours literally fishing out every single top competitor, top research. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And once you do that, now you have all the research, you can build a product or sell a service that practically sells itself. How many of you like the idea of that, by a show of hands? Okay, so let me give you an example. Todd, I'm going to have quick fire questions, okay? Firstly, are there at least 5 people in your industry right now in the brain health that are selling these courses, 997 and more?
Yes.
Have you identified who they are, what their social media looks like?
Yes.
Great. If I go to Amazon right now and I typed in how to fix my brain issues, brain this, brain that, are there at least 20 plus books on this subject?
Far more.
Far more. There you go. Okay. So that's a starting point. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Okay. When I told Todd I'm willing to help him is because I consulted a guy called John Assaraf. How many of you know a guy called John Assaraf from the hit movie The Secret? Okay. You guys fan of The Secret, the movie The Secret? Okay, so John's a friend of mine actually, and I consulted John Assaraf on his funnels and his marketing team on high ticket offers, and for them to basically crush the launches. So I know the numbers. I can't tell you this publicly because he's a friend and I have respect, but I know the numbers he's done is incredible. And let's just say between you and me, it's easily over $50 million. Okay, how's that? How's that? Todd, does that get you excited knowing someone else has sold over more than $50 million of a brain training product?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, look at the smile on this guy's face. Okay, by the way, that's why he's flying down to London to come and spend 1 day with me and 2 days with Mikey. Really, just 3 days with me and my team here. So great choice. Give me 3 pieces of details that this 997 product is going to have.
Well, it's going to help with brain recall as far as names and short-term memory, so you can really engage with confidence with other people. Everybody I talk to says that that's one of the biggest issues they have. It also affects their relationships. So you have more confidence in your personal relationships. And finally, you're going to be able to take that into your job, your career, and have more confidence there, because a lot of people quietly sit by not telling anybody they've got problems up here, and it affects their ability to make money.
Wow. Okay, I'm ready to buy this thing. Okay, so next one, what's going to be after the 997? What's the price points? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked about this much, but just offhand, I would say, something a $5,000 to $10,000 mastermind program where we'd have 5 to 10 people over 90 days that would have a quick start into those 10 key areas of brain performance. And not only would we talk to them about how to do that in general terms, we'd have them working with each other on a Facebook page, and then also talk about products, services, tech, people like Dr. Amen and Jim Quick and others who we would partner with to help them get the most out of the process.
Absolutely. I love it. And so let me ask you this. How long have you been a master in this field of helping people, personal development, growing and learning? Obviously, you look really young, but I know you've been doing this for a while. How many years have you been in this space?
28, 30 years.
Okay. So 30, let's just say 30 years. That's 3 decades. Okay. This guy, can you hear me? Yeah. Are we still live? Everything's just frozen, Mikey. Todd, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Okay, good. Sometimes we have some tech issues. I can see everyone's frozen, but I can see you moving around, which is fine. All right, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me, see me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, good stuff. So, Todd, think on this, right? Like, and the reason why I said that is because if I just said, hey, Todd, how long have you been a brain expert? He might just say, oh, 5 years or 3 years or maybe 10 years. If I said, hey, overall, how long have you been in this growth stage, right? Because it falls under personal growth. Now it's like 28 years. I'm like, whoa, I didn't actually know that. I thought, right, I know he's been doing it for a long time, but now it's like crystallized. Okay, 30 years, that's 3 decades. Okay, I know a guy called Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach. he has 25K, 50K, 100K programs, and he essentially teaches entrepreneurs different thinking frameworks. And if you see actually on my shelf, all of these are Dan Sullivan's programs that I've spent, $20,000, $30,000 on. And so, Todd, let me ask you this question. And there's a reason why I put this in context. If now that you said you got 30 years, if someone went through all your programs and they're excited and they don't even have to go through all your programs, they just want to go right to the top. They want to come and spend one whole year with you and they love your energy. You got a cool little house there or a big house because you live in America. Everyone has big houses in America compared to London. If they want to come and see you once every quarter, how much would you charge for a whole year of accelerator mentorship?
It'd be 40,000, 10,000 a day.
10,000 a day, 40,000. And let's just say we wanted to create a real premium experience for your people, where you're just going to go all out on them, where they'll just remember this experience and it's just going to elevate them to a whole nother level. How much would you charge for that?
Yeah, again, we haven't talked about any of this, but I'd say just based on the information I've got from you and some of my background in funnels from 8 years ago, as we've looked at this in a different way, I'd say 50 to 75,000. I have people right now that are business owners that, as I've shown them the value ladder and the propositions here and what it would mean to, hang out with me for that amount of time and show them exactly what they're going to get. And then qualitative measurements on how you started here and you're going to be here when it's all over. They're almost kind of like you, right? They're almost willing to pay anything, if the value's there and they see it and they trust you. You're talking about knowing and trusting, building that kind of gravitas with people, that kind of social credit and social, I don't know. People will spend a lot of money. I'm spending a lot of money with you. The same kind of situation, right? Yeah, there's a value that I want that you have, and I think only you're the only one that has it the way you do, and I would be one of those people in this space as well.
Did you guys get that? Did anyone get an aha from this? Comment below, blow up the chat, say aha. And Todd, I just want to say congrats on, again, making the decision. And by the way, Todd, since we're here, I'll just say this, right? Like, even when you come to London, I plan to have like multiple nice, lovely dinners, make sure that you have a premium experience. I already told, my family member, hey, you have to go and pick Todd up from the airport. So he's going to go with the Rolls Royce, come pick you up from beginning to end. It will be a 5-star, 7-star service. Okay. Now, Todd doesn't even know about this. He's already excited to come, but we do this so that our clients come in and they want they don't even tell us, but I know premium level clients want premium support. Who's with me? Here's what you have to remember. Okay. And this will hit home. Just like what I started this conversation today with talking about the fourth turning. Who the heck does that? I do that because I rather give you the truth of where the world is going versus trying to make you feel all lovey-dovey. Who's with me? You don't need to be lovey-dovey. What you need is hard-hitting, someone to tell you, get your stuff together. I'm going to show you the 5 steps, and you need to follow these 5 steps. If there's 25 steps, we're going to do the 25 steps together. Who's with me on that? So this is the difference. And someone who's a premium level client, they value not just money. Okay, money is a byproduct. They value saving time. Because here's what you have to really figure out. How many years have you tried to do it by yourself? Right? How many years have you gone with the wrong mentors? Just think about that guy. He's not here, but let's just go. His name was Tony, okay? American dude. He spent 400 grand, 4 years of his life doing the absolute wrong thing. He spent 4 years in total, about 2 years building a product that no one bought. On a call one day, he started crying to me. And I was like, whoa, this guy is 50, 55 years old, crying to me. And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, I don't know what to say. So I didn't say anything, but I said, okay, I will do my best to help you. And he's telling me his first marriage, he got divorced, okay, because of him like overworking. His second marriage, he's like, he doesn't want to lose his wife. And he spent so much time with all the wrong people. He hired someone who was a little bit cheaper, and he found someone who's young and flashy, okay? And then before he knew it, guess what happened? 4 years, 5 years, 8 years goes by. And I don't know about you, but I don't know if I have another 8 or 10 years. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But what I do want to do is maximize every single day. Who's with me? Okay? Some people will say I'm young. When I look in the mirror, I'm like, every day that's going by is another day I'll never get back. So when you think like this, you're going to start to put more urgency in everything that you do. Are you guys with me so far? So here's what we're going to do. You're never going to get back time. Absolutely, Angela. Okay. And sometimes people will say, hey, Shaq, we really want to work with you. We understand it's a huge investment. We understand this. And I'll say, look, make a commitment first. Okay. Make a commitment. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to figure this out. Okay. So right now I'm just going to take a second to switch back to my screen. Give me a second. This is the worksheet that I want you guys to focus on. Okay. And what we'll do is this. Once you do it, you take a little screenshot with your phone like this, a selfie, or you take a photo, and then you post it in the Facebook group. Okay. And you do that today. Okay. Do that today. And the last part of this is what's been your big takeaway? What's been your 1 to 3 big takeaways? You guys with me? So I'm going to send the link again. And then I would like for you to do this and then go into the group and post it in the group. Okay, there you go. Okay, so there you go. All right. And then we're going to wrap it up. Okay, so Mehroz, if you can come in here as well. 1 second. And just make sure that everyone has the link to join, okay, on the Facebook group and in the other Facebook groups as well. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it up for today, and we are going to continue same time tomorrow, where I have the Guru formula. Okay, the Guru formula. What I'm going to share with you tomorrow is going to be a product in itself. Okay, so you're going to see me. How many of you would love to see me create a real-time product / webinar? Okay, guys, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. The last time I did this, okay, the last time I did this webinar. All right, so how many of you guys want to see a real-time campaign, okay, that actually makes money that no one else is going to show you guys? Just raise your hand just so I can show you guys. I can. All right, let me see who's interested. Okay, so Janine, please mute your microphone. You have to be, because I can see you just unmuting yourself. Please mute yourself. Okay, so I see a whole bunch of hands. So I will show you guys a campaign tomorrow, okay? And I'm gonna be doing this live for you guys, okay? Now, I'm gonna walk you through the entire Guru formula. This is the same thing that I did. And the first time I did this, guys, okay? The first time I launched this, I had 120 people buy. And the price point was $10,000. Anyone work out what that is? It's not 120K, dear. It's $1.2 million. Okay. That's when I realized the power of automated webinars. Okay. Now, all praise to God. Okay. It's not because I'm smart or anything. It's just I followed a system. What did I follow, guys? I followed a system. Now, this next webinar that you're going to see tomorrow, I'm going to build it. I'm going to present it. You're going to see me. My plan just from that one webinar is to do at least $6 million in 2023. By the way, that's one of 15 funnels that we have in our business. Who's excited for that? Okay, tomorrow is going to be an absolute premiere. So you guys make sure you attend. And look, if you've been on the fence and you're like, you've been watching today, you've been watching yesterday, today we've gone on for about 3 hours. This is me over delivering. I said 90 minutes, going on, I said 60 to 9 minutes, going on for 3 hours. Yesterday was nearly, I think, over 3 hours. Okay, hopefully tomorrow is not going to be 3 hours. Maybe it might be, but just put some time aside, because this is the most important thing that you need for 2023. Who agrees? You need to have real-time information on what's working right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to walk you through multiple funnels, and we're only getting started, guys, okay? This is just us getting started. So I want to say thanks so much for being here. I appreciate your time, attention, energy, and congrats for making it to day 2. I'm going to see you for day 3. God bless, guys. And make sure, if you haven't, Mehrose, drop a link, book your call today, okay? I'm going to be reviewing every single one of these applications to make sure that I select who we're going to be working with. And remember, if you're just starting off and you're like, you don't know exactly what to sell, how to sell it, go and book a phone call. Okay, someone from my team will reach out to you. They'll give you the right direction Okay, Patricia says, I need the link, doesn't work right now. Just double check, Hamza, it's working, just because a lot of people try to book the call and then the link might not work. So we just want to make sure that everyone has a fair chance. And if you already have a business, maybe you're making a few $1,000s, maybe you've invested in other programs, but for some reason you're like, you know what, I just don't seem to get the results that I want, and I don't get the results as fast as I want. Book a call, speak to my team. We might even just give you a handful of free resources, maybe a funnel template, a resource, a book or something that's going to help you. So same time tomorrow, 9 p.m. With that being said, guys, God bless, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. One quick thing that I would recommend all of you do as well, if you haven't yet joined my YouTube channel, this is a link that you can go to. I'm going to just post it here. And I'm going to do a social media thing on Thursday anyway. But these are the two sites, Instagram and YouTube. If you haven't gone there yet, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram, okay? If you haven't connected yet, okay? That way I can follow you back. I can connect with you. And on my YouTube, make sure you go and subscribe. With that being said, guys, God bless, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Okay, everyone, have a good one. Be sure to do your homework. All right, catch up with you guys then. Bye, everyone. See you guys. God bless. Peace out. Bye. Firstly, congratulations. Make sure that you complete your homework, and then all you do, okay, maybe you're doing it online, take a picture, take a screenshot, post it in the Facebook group, tag me. It's very important that you tag me. You can tag our team members. This way, they'll be able to recognize you for your efforts. And what's more, during these 5 days, and especially at the end of the challenge, I'm going to be announcing some really cool bonuses and even scholarship offers where we're going to help you take your business to the next level. Now, I will say this, if you're one of those people who you're like super excited, you already know who I am, you've been following me for a while, and this video was enough for you to say, hey, I need help with done for you funnels. I don't have a product or service to sell, but I want to take my business to the next level. I want to have an extra side hustle. I want to create a marketing agency. I want to have my own info course, or I want to do affiliate marketing, whatever your goals are. Me and my team are here to help you and give you a customized plan of action. So what I've done is I've set up for a limited time, okay? I can't do this for everyone. You can see there's over 1,000 people in the Facebook group right now. Can't do this for everyone. But if you're watching this, okay, if you're watching this right now, then I want to invite you to go to wealthacademy.com/audit. Okay, there's going to be a link on this video right now. Go to it, type it in your phone, go to your phone, type it in, or open up a new tab right now and go to it. And when you go to it, here's what it's going to look like. Okay, so when you go to wealthacademy.com/audit, this is the page that you're going to see. Okay, so this is a free exclusive strategy session worth $297 valued at this, because there is a real human being that's getting paid to do these calls. Okay, there's no pitch, there's nothing for sale, you can't actually buy anything on this call, but this is a way for us to see, hey, what funnel do you have? Maybe you don't have a funnel, so we're going to identify which funnel is right for you. Then we're going to show you, hey, we have 7 different $1 million funnels. So the thing is, we've identified 7 funnels, okay? Now, you don't need all 7. That's the reality. You just need one. A lot of these gurus out there, these Instagram influencers, these people on the internet, they're going to try to sell you that you need all of this stuff. You need to be slaving away, post on social media, make videos, blah, 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 blah. You can do that after you've put away 100K. You can do that after you've made 250K, maybe even $1 million. But in the beginning, you do not want to focus on Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter, shorts, stories, posting on Facebook every day, DMing random people. You want to find the easiest, simplest way. And what I've done with my team is I've put together a presentation that they are going to present to you step by step. Hey, here's 1, 2, 3 steps that you need to take. Bang, bang, bang. Easy, step by step. Even if you have 0 product, no experience, you're brand new to online marketing, okay? This will work for you, guaranteed. Maybe you've been successful in your job, in your career, in your corporate, in your 9 to 5, in your life, in your business. All of this stuff is kind of new to you. I promise you, it's going to really give you the clarity that you need. And what happens when you have clarity? You can execute real fast straight away. So go ahead right now, wealthacademy.com/audit. Go to it right now. Limited spots available. This is what the page looks like. There's a couple of testimonials and case studies you can watch. You can hear from real life students just like you watching this on this video. And then as I'm scrolling down, you can schedule this 15-minute call with one of our team members, and you can see how we can help you become one of our next success stories. So as you know, I'm on a mission to create 100 millionaire students and 1,000 new six-figure earners in the next 3 years. And I'm dead set on doing this. The only question is, are you gonna watch us or are you gonna join us? Hope you enjoyed day 2, and I'll see you tomorrow.
So I've literally just joined Shaqir's VIP Inner Circle Mastermind 10 days ago. 10 days in, I've just closed my first client for $10,000. I've been through every single online course you've probably been hit with online gurus and stuff, and Shaqir is not like that at all. He's real, he's raw, and he is honest, and he will tell you when you need to kick at your backside. It's just phenomenal. Mind blowing. I'm so happy and I'm buzzing. It's literally life changing. This shit works. Do it. Shaqir is the man.
First of all, I'd like to say a big thanks to Shaqir. You know, I've been able to generate over 6 figures online at the young age of 15. So I was quite honored to be in his presence and, you know, be able to meet him and learn from him. What I've learned from him has completely changed my life. He's taught me so much and really opened up my mind. I believe that everyone has like this spring of potential inside them, and it takes working with the right person to really release that spring and unleash your full potential. I think that's what Shaqir's done for me.
He's been the person that I've seen and succeeded in the online space and creating the Done For You funnel and the programs at all levels. That's why I joined, because I needed someone that understood, that executed, and helped so many people along the way to achieve that success. There's few people that generally care for their customers, and I realized that Shaqir is one of those people that cares about your success, your development, and your growth. So for me, that was like a key indicator for me to join the program.
A very beneficial experience. I mean, I remember taking notes constantly, and it totally upgraded my mindset. And there was also, I managed to take advantage of the cryptocurrency bull run at that time as well, through Shaqir's guidance and his mentorship. I actually managed to turn $10,000 into $500,000 over a 2-year period. But that was a very useful and fruitful 2 years. And I benefited highly from Shaqir's training, mentorship, and mindset orientation. So I'm really grateful to him for that. Don't delay, get on it immediately. Don't delay, jump on it. You know, opportunities, you know, they don't come every day. You know, when you get a great opportunity, jump on it, you know.
Hello, my name's Paula Morrison, and I'd just like to give a quick shout out for my friend and mentor, Shaqir Hussyin. I've been associated with Shaqir for over 12 months now, and in that time I've made well over $30,000. My best month so far is $9,500, and I'm aiming to top that pretty soon. All I can say to you is stick with Shaqir and you're in for a wonderful ride.